So last session, you guys all met Zellerun, Roaring Horn, in some way or fashion. Tosca, you were initiated into the Order of the Lycan, a aspect of the Harpers, for which Zellerun was a member, and he essentially put you through. He essentially indicated that it was the time had come for you to exact revenge upon the werewolves that had attacked you previously, and he conducted a ritual on you to turn the curse that you had been afflicted with previously into a power that you could control. And he indicated that on the next full moon cycle, those powers would, they're currently lying dormant, they would come to the surface. Zirael, Zachariah, and Harkus, you guys also met Zellerun, and Zachariah was a bit apprehensive, not necessarily keen to go out and fight werewolves. However, Zellerun did offer to have your blades silvered, if you so wished. And if I remember correctly, Tosca's longsword was silvered, Zirael's glaive, Harkus's dagger.
Yep.
Zachariah, did you have a dagger?
Indeed.
Okay, and then 2 javelins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. See, I can remember stuff. Tosca, you were also given 3 spell scrolls of cure.
Remove curse.
Yeah, remove curse. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Which the others aren't aware of.
Yep.
Eventually, you guys all sort of met up, and Tosca sort of enforced that you guys should make a plan. So you guys headed to a very dreary tavern known as the Laughing Cow, and argued throughout the night on a suitable plan, which brought us to the next day, where Zachariah and Harkus were trusted to go and find a pig's head and some blood, while Tosca and Zirael went to find some garments that could be used to disguise
Easy.
a pig as a child. This is the craziest idea I've ever heard.
The greatest.
Zachariah and Harkus did eventually find the butchers, but it was the most expensive in town, and it took them most of the morning to find it. Tosca found them there and led them to a more rundown, less expensive butchers, a little bit sore on the eye. Zirael helped get the blood from the pig, while Harkus and Zachariah worked on a disguise. And with that in tow, you made your way to the Misty Forest, to the Rotten Stump, where Harkus quickly found himself falling ass over tit, and pig's head landing on his face.
Still the greatest plan.
However,
It worked.
there was nothing really to fear
Well.
because you guys decided to rest for the night after taking a long while to get to the Rotten Stub itself. And when you woke the next day, you find yourselves transversed to a different location. The mist sort of encroaching upon you as you guys were exploring, and eventually you came to a gate, which looks like these. Deciding to press forward into this sort of unknown land. The gates shut behind you, and you found yourself being dogged by the howls of wolves. You eventually came across a settlement, a small sort of village, and there you came across the children known as Rose and Fawn, who indicated that there was a monster in their house, which their parents had kept locked in the basement, and that their little brother, Walter, was on the 3rd floor. They refused to go back into the house until the monster had been dealt with. Instead, decided to stay outside, just outside in the sort of stone portico. And with that in mind, you guys essentially marched into the house, made your way up to the 2nd floor of this sort of red carpeted, very sort of elegant staircase, making you all the way up to the sort of third floor. When you came to the third floor, it became evident that this area of the house was not as pristine as the other areas. The sort of floorboards groaning underfoot, and you can see sort of dust, and everything looks sort of older and draped in cobwebs. And Harkus unfortunately fell victim to a animated piece of sort of black plate armor that broke itself free from the wall and slammed him down to the ground. Zachariah was able to sort of bring him back to life, but not before Zirael also felt the fury of this animated object. And that's where we find you guys.
Oh, Keith.
No, sister. Not my sister.
Oh, you can bring her back, right?
Yes, I imagine. I don't really have any choice. Z, please. And I just reach down and put my hands upon her, and I will use my healing hands ability to restore a whole 1 hit point.
Oh, classic 1 hit point.
Sis, are you? Please, are you still with us?
That was without a doubt the worst thing. No, not the worst thing. Nearly the worst thing I've ever been through. Fuck.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good getting hit by the armor, does it? Nope.
Y'all can't be doing this to me now. All right, I can't. I can't manage with this.
I'm sorry. I wasn't smart. Should have stayed further back. I'm not feeling too great. Can we find a room? Maybe take a short rest?
I ain't going to no other room right now. All right, this is the room that we're gonna rest in. I ain't opening no other door and being attacked by some chandelier or something.
That seems wise.
Yeah, that seems wise.
And at least if we need to escape from this floor, we have the stairs. We just run down. I think we should wait here.
All right. Group choice.
Okay, so you guys are going to short rest for an hour, I take it.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Is there any sort of light activity that any of you would like to engage in whilst you are resting for this hour?
Could I try salvage any armor pieces from the animated armor?
If you remember,
this is
the
scratch
animated
metal.
armor was melted into a sort of congealed puddle of
was
black. Yeah, I mean, you could try and scrape up the sort of solidified liquid.
Yeah, I'll take a small sample.
Yeah,
and I will also use my arcane recovery.
Yay!
I will let you know that around you on this sort of dusty balcony, you can see that there are sort of oil lamps mounted on the oak-panelled walls, which seem to be carved with this sort of woodland scene of trees, fallen leaves, and sort of tiny critters.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk about halfway down the stairs, and I'm gonna be trying to. Well, it's gonna look like I'm talking to myself. Where are you? I know you are there. You have never left me alone this long. Even though I ask you to leave me alone all the time, and now you are not here. Where are you? Unfortunately, I really need you.
You receive only silence at this time.
Never around when I need you, but when I'm in the middle of some me time, then you show. All right, okay.
Tosca, what are we up to?
Yeah, she's gonna watch the doors down the corridor, not engaging with anyone, just like keeping her distance.
Okay, cool. Okay, Jason, I was going to whisper you to take some inspiration. When I put /W to whisper, it's telling me that the only people in the thing are a person called Milivoj and Majesto.
Majesto's the best.
That's amazing. I want to play
Milivoj.
that.
Wow.
Zachariah, you can take some inspiration.
Sweet.
So Tosca, you're essentially just keeping an eye on the sort of doorway, making sure nothing sort of interrupts your short rest.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. And Zirael, what are you up to?
Trying to not die.
You just slump
Good
between
job.
these two doors in the corner.
I just imagine that she's just like let up against this door here, like with her head in her hands, like trying to like wipe away, like hoping that nobody sees, but like trying to wipe away like these black inky tears that have like come from her eyes. Her tears literally just look like watered down ink. So she's trying to like wipe those away and make sure that nobody.
Can I roll to see if Harkus notices that?
No,
you've got to
Yeah, sure, you can make a perception check. Zirael, just make a sleight of hand check, I guess. Trying to sort of cover your face.
That's gonna be bad.
So good at those.
Yep.
Harkus noticing that will walk over and kind of hand her a little handkerchief.
Ah,
Handkerchief.
A handkerchief.
Canon now.
And on the corner, it's like embroidered with like a kind of gear symbol for your face. And you'll just go back to where he was sitting.
Yeah, Tosca, you're sort of drawn to the sort of creaking of the wood walls as sort of Harkus moves around. You're certainly sort of edge, quickly sort of glancing over every time sort of Harkus moves. He's trying to not only conceal Zirael, but also sort of salvage some of this sort of metal from the floor. However, that is the only noise. Just sort of enjoyed it, apart from sort of Zachariah's misgivings halfway down the stairs. So, Zirael, you can roll your hit die, which I assume you would like to do.
I am about to do. Oh god.
Please roll high.
Oh, that's good. I'm back to full, y'all.
Nice.
Oh, I just put 127 in my thing. That's not it.
Nope. Too late. It's already there.
Whoa!
It's already there. 127. Okay, I'm ready for the next room. Let's do this.
Okay. The rest of you gain all the benefits of the shortest. Obviously, Harkus, if you use your recovery, and Zachariah, you gain your spell slot back as well.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Oh, Alex,
Yeah,
did you did you say there were oil lamps on the wall?
There are oil lamps on the wall, yeah.
Is there any potential way to salvage the oil from them?
Yeah, definitely. I don't see why not. Let me just. It'd probably be quite delicate work potentially trying to get some of the oil out.
That ain't gonna be me then.
Please don't set yourself on fire, sister.
I'd say it would take a dexterity check just to try and do it. I mean, they're not lit or anything.
I don't think I should. just straight dexterity.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Just
give
a
it a
DC
shot.
10.
Why not? Let's see how good we do.
What are you putting the oil into?
Nice.
My mouth.
Whoa.
No, I'll put it in my water skin. I'll empty my water out on this nice children's house. She doesn't care. She doesn't know these
Could
children.
you, I don't know, could you coat your glaive or something in it and like set that sucker on fire? I'm scare the crap out of me. Maybe scare the crap out of someone else.
Could I?
I mean, hey, you can do whatever you want. You can try and do whatever you want. Let's put it that way. You are able to excavate the oil from the sort of lamp, just where you don't have any water.
Yeah, that's cool. I got my brother for that.
It's cool now.
I got my brother for that.
Yeah, so you guys notice this sort of Zerael goes around these sort of oil lamps trying to extract the oil from them, and sort of you see as he chucks a sort of water skin along the sort of dust-covered floor of the sort of balcony.
From what I've learned, it's good to never be out of oil.
That's usually how I feel about water. So let's see which one of us is right.
Gotta stay lubricated.
Especially in the death house.
What if your armor gets creaky? You don't know.
He don't wear armor. He don't know what it's like.
So can we hurry up and try to get out of this place, please?
Okay.
Which room are we going in to find their son, their brother?
Tasker, you found anything over there?
Well, nothing moved while we rested, but if you want me
Let's
to, I can
check
go
those
first through that
first.
door.
It's like a double door, so it must be important.
This show would be great if you could find your way to be useful. I mean, you know, I'm not being critical, just...
Right. Let me go first then.
Okay, so you're going to just open this door?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So you open these sort of dusty double doors that have these sort of stained glass set into them that resemble sort of windmills. And you can see inside is a sort of dusty, cobweb-filled sort of bedroom. You can see out of the corner of your eye that there are sort of burgundy drapes covering the windows, and the furnishings include a sort of four-post bed with these embroidered curtains and a sort of tattered gossamer veils. You can also see that there appears to be some sort of wardrobes towards the right-hand side of the bedroom. There's also this sort of horrible, rotten tiger skin rug lying on the floor in front of the fireplace. And you can see above the fireplace is a dust-covered portrait of the male and female that was in the portrait that you saw previously with the children.
Mm.
I think this might be the master bedroom. But how long did the kids say were their parents gone?
They didn't.
I'm not
Oh,
sure
but-
we got those details.
But when we came up here, the entire floor looked abandoned. Also, that tiger skin rug is very disgusting. I was excited
Yeah.
for a second, and then, nope, not anymore.
Well,
Should we go in?
Well, I don't think the child is in. There's
Yeah.
wardrobes, but I don't feel like there could be anything better than another statue attacking us or stuff.
Maybe that rug will come alive and kill us.
Maybe.
well, your rugs can
There's
do
a door
that.
behind me. I would like to open that. I've heard of enchantments that can make rugs do the weirdest things. Just say.
Okay.
As you say that, I can sort of turn around and sort of open this sort of small.
Oh.
You can see it leads to a sort of dark room that contains this sort of wooden tub with clawed feet. There's also a sort of small iron stove with a kettle resting atop it and a sort of barrel under a spigot in the east wall. A cistern on the roof looks like it was potentially used to collect rainwater.
I don't think there's a baby in here either. Nope. No babies.
Okay, we have
Is there
a
anything in the
master
bathtub?
bedroom. We have a bathtub.
The only thing there's this sort of horrible sort of mucky, stagnant little pool of water within the bathtub, along with sort of cobwebs connecting the sort of bathtub to the wall.
Zero, get out of the way. I don't want to be in here anymore.
You know, for how nice this house looked like on the outside, it's a bit of a shit show in here.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
that's
gonna
pretty much how
take
the
like
rest of the
hearing.
town looked.
You're not wrong. From hearing what Harkus said about enchantments and rugs and stuff, Sparrow's gonna take her glaive, stand 10 feet back. I just poke at the tiger rug, just in case.
Sort of leaning over Harkus there,
Yeah,
poking at the tiger rug. See this puff of dust. And you catch some of the sort of rug on the end of your glaive,
Ugh.
but nothing else.
Is this the door?
There is a door there, yes.
This bed is so comfortable. No, it's not.
It's really not.
I'm on it.
You can also see that door. You can see it has a full-length mirror mounted on it.
Oh,
Ooh,
look,
my.
I've got to fix this. My face is horrible.
Glad you said
mirror-
it, not us.
The mirror, however, is all sort of smeared with sort of dust and age. It's very sort of difficult to make out any sort of reflection from it.
Mm.
Now you've come into the room as well. You can also see that a web-filled parlor in the sort of southwestern corner of the room contains a sort of table and 2 chairs. Oh, sorry, that's this corner here. And resting on the dusty tablecloth is a sort of empty porcelain bowl with a matching jug.
Is that a door?
That is a door.
There's
It
so many
also appears to be a very sort of small door against this back wall here.
Oh, I was wondering what that was.
And it has a button on the wall next to it.
Oh God.
Oh. Okay.
Dumbwaiter.
Oh, good idea. Harkus would like to kind of peek through this door.
Yeah, cool.
Oh,
And as you sort of open the door, you're just immediately met with a cloud of dust. You can see beyond that is a empty, dust-choked closet.
You gonna
Nothing
check
but-
everything in here?
I'm curious. This is a big house. There could be nice things lying about. I'm sorry.
Nice
It's
things
just-
that don't to us.
I know. It's just a dustful closet.
Why do you
That's
keep
a-
getting on that bed?
It's, oddly, it's comfortable to my gnomish form. I don't know.
We don't know if someone died in there. I don't.
Why are you saying that? God, now I feel bad. Like, she stands by the window.
Is this a door up here in the corner?
It is, yes.
There are so
Seems
many
like we're
doors.
checking.
Who
Seems
has
like
a-
we're checking.
And
every
this
room
one
for
has a
kids.
button, right?
It does, yes.
who has a room
From
with so
where
many
she-
doors?
Sorry. Zarael's just gonna lean over and just quickly tap the handle down on this and push it open, and then lean back.
Lean back.
Uh,
Lean back.
And as you sort of push it open, a sort of breath of fresh air comes into this sort of dusty, sort of clogged room. You can see it leads out to what looks to be a balcony.
Oh, it's a balcony. I
Oh.
don't say that. No.
Serial loves balconies.
It
Can you
seems
see the
that-
kids?
Don't jump, sister.
Can I see the kids from up here?
No, you can't. You find yourself on what you house
Oh.
rather than the front.
Can't see the kids. We seem to be at the back of the house.
So should I push the button?
I really want to. I don't think we should. I don't know if we should. I'm scared.
Nothing ventured? Nothing.
Hi, because you would have noticed on that small
Oh.
desk there, there is a sort of jewelry box. It seems to be some sort of vanity as
Oh
well.
no.
The jewelry box seems to be made of silver with a sort of gold filigree.
Oh wow, that looks expensive. Can Harkus like make a roll or something to see if he's compelled to take it or not?
Yeah, sure. Just make a wisdom saving throw, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna take it.
You probably felt that.
Harkus would like to kind of like pick up the box.
Yep.
He kind of like lifts it very slightly, kind of looking underneath and see if there's any like wires or anything like alarm systems. And he'll just like shake the box a little bit.
Yeah, you make a perception check to see if there's anything to indicate that.
He isn't looking at it, he's just shaking it for now.
Oh, okay, right, okay. You can hear what sounds to be maybe 3-4 objects rolling around inside.
He'll just put it in like his bag or whatever. Open it just
I'll just take it.
Keep that one for later.
Yeah.
What in the world are you doing?
Nothing. Oh, there's a button. Cool.
Great. Buttons
Maybe,
worry me. They usually make some sort of noise, and I don't really want to make a lot of noise.
I mean, I'm good with some technologies. Maybe I could see what kind of button it is. I don't know.
Sure, take a look at it.
Can I do that, Alex? Am I able to like determine what the button might be used for?
Has it got,
Yeah,
like, a
sure. You can make
connection
an
or
investigation check.
Investigation.
Good job.
It's a button. You press it.
Yeah, it's just a very sort of small brass button into the wall there. You can see next to it is this sort of small door in the corner of the wall as well.
I think something like this should be explored by interacting with it and not jump to assumptions.
Then aren't you gonna push it if you're so curious?
I mean, okay. I'll try and stand as far away from the dumbwaiter or like the panel door and push I'll get my dagger and like push it with the blunt end of the hilt of the dagger.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's sort of itching away, staying as far away as you can. You sort of lean towards it. It just hit it with your dagger. You hear a very faint bell sound resonate from below.
Oh Lord!
Alex step back into Tosca.
Didn't we say that it would make a noise? What?
They told me to push it.
I don't recall hearing anybody tell you to push it.
Someone's push it, I think.
Well,
you hearing voices, Harkus? I used to hear voices, but if you're hearing voices, then maybe you can help me figure out how to hear my voice again.
No voices on my end. Sorry.
I just said you were curious, Mr. Gnome.
So it didn't open this door.
No, it didn't.
Open this door.
It didn't.
Okay. And as you open the door, you can see a 2-foot wide stone shaft. And you can see there seems to be some sort of a rope pulley mechanism within the shaft. And it doesn't go any further up, but it seems to go down towards the lower levels of the house.
Okay,
I just
so
got frightened by a dumbwaiter.
yes, we did. It seems like
it's
it's
a dumbwaiter.
Yeah. Well. Okay.
Okay. So
I think there's no possible way to find a child in this room at this point, so we should move on.
There's still another door, right?
what if it's in the dumbwaiter?
I think we just established
You
that
take
it's
a
not.
look. I don't.
I don't want. I'm too small.
Those things at the rear of the room are windows.
Oh, great. Even better.
Harkus, do you reckon you could fit into the small shaft that the dumbwaiter seems to be, if you wish to?
You did say it needed to be explored.
Oh God, I regret. Nope, I don't want to go inside it.
But it does look like quite a big drop.
Yeah, my small legs can't handle such
Just a little big drop.
Little big drop. Okay, so 2 more doors.
Zarel's going to open this one here.
And as you sort of open the door, there's a sort of floor of the balcony creaking as the party makes back along the balcony towards these doors. You can see what appears to be dusty shelves lining the wall of this room. A few of the shelves have folded sheets, blankets, and an old bar of soaps on them. And you can also see a broom towards the end of the room there. And as you step towards the back of the room, you feel as something tries to sweep your legs from out of you.
It's a fucking inanimate broom!
It's a rug.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Sister, now is not the time to try to clean this house. It's too messy.
Is it a flying broom? 'Cause
And
if
I
it
need
is,
you all to roll initiative.
so excited.
Oh, no.
For fuck's sake.
This is what I was talking
Oh,
about.
Jesus. Oh, God, please roll high.
Roll
Oh, for
high.
fuck's sake.
Hey.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
My first?
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, I just closed my
So
page.
everyone not in the room is surprised.
So the broom is first.
That's a good point, yeah. Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. It's an inanimate broom.
It's
Yeah,
animated.
You felt something try to sweep you from your foot. You sort of stepped over, and you see as this broom just launches its way towards you.
What in the world?
Oh,
Oh, look how menacing it is.
Trying to sweep at you again, as it can't really make the most in this sort of small room. It sort of flicks dust up towards you, but none of the sort of attacks make contact with you.
Bet you wish you had that flaming glaive now.
I do. This motherfucker's probably susceptible to fire.
Zerael, that brings it to you.
I'm kind of fucking like, what the fuck is happening right now? Yeah, I'm just gonna try and go at it with my glaive. Slice that motherfucker in half. For a 21 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that definitely is.
And 11 points of damage.
Okay, yeah. You swing down with your glaive, making use of the sort of exit from the room behind you, and just you hear a horrible sort of crunching crack as you almost split the broom in half.
Almost spit it in half.
It does sort of back away towards the back of the room at that point. Would you like to say anything else?
There's a fucking broom that's alive in here. I know it's gonna get an opportunity attack, but I feel like no. You know what? I'm gonna stay in contact with it. I don't give a fuck. It's a broom. It's not gonna scare me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Harkus, that brings us around to you.
Harkus will step down like, oh.
And as you sort of step down, you see this broom just flying around in the area, trying to dodge out, sweeps towards her.
Good job, Zeriel. And Harkus will hold out his glass arm, and he will cast Chill Touch.
Ooh. I love that one.
Okay, that hits.
Yeah. So it's kind of like it just kind of like summons this kind of gaunt gnomish hand with like these gaudy rings on it, and it just kind of like backhand slaps the broom.
Pimp slap it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As it sort of backhands it, sweeps up dust against the sort of wall beside you, Zero. The dust sort of faces around to face you, sort of point on, laying itself down horizontally. Would you like to do anything else, Harkus?
I will move back up so other people can take pot shots.
I will move away.
Tosca, that brings us to you. You can see some commotion coming from the sort of other end of this balcony.
Yeah, I assume I can pass those guys. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't reach that thing at all. What am I gonna do?
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do, nigga?
Well, I don't.
Guess you're cheering her on.
Tosca's just standing there, sort of biting her lip.
Okay. As a bonus action, I want to run my sword, my sword along my wrist, the blood
Okay.
splashing,
Ooh.
just using my crimson right,
Yep.
and then just getting into position and holding my action to attack for when I can reach it.
Okay, yeah, cool. Your crimson right lasts until the end of your next short rest, is that correct? Or?
Yes.
That's fine. Okay. As sort of Tara draws a sort of blood from her wrist onto a sort of blade, you see your attention is fully directed towards this broom as it tries to poke itself towards you twice, just sort of clashing off your armor as it does so, Zerael. Zachariah, that brings us to you.
What are you? Oh, hey! What are you? Are you sweeping? Are you dancing with a broom? Sister, I fear you have lost your mind.
You just fucking kill this thing.
Well, you're kind of in the way. But I will hold up my hand and with my signet ring on it, and a force will start to appear at the front of it, and it will. It's hard to see. It just looks like distorted air. But I will cast Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast!
I don't know if 16
Yes.
is gonna hit with
Yeah.
the cover.
Yeah.
With the cover.
As you sort of fire your blast, Zirel just dodges out the way, and with that, with her sweeping down to the floor as your Eldritch Blast just crashes into the back of this room. Bars of soap just flying everywhere off these sort of horrible dusty shelves. The shelves sort of breaking as you do so.
Well, then I will just step back out of the way, and someone else can step in.
Zirel.
God fucking damn it!
Wait,
Oh,
did
I
the
don't know if
16 hit
14 hit.
earlier? Why did the 16 miss this time?
Because half cover.
Yeah, well, it wasn't half cover before.
Chill touch is special, I think.
Yeah, it's in the space of the
Yeah.
creature.
Yeah.
That misses, I'm afraid.
Fuck off, that misses a broom.
It sweeps the dust up into your face as you're momentarily sort of blinded. Harkus, that brings us around to you. Unless you want to move, actually. Do you want to move, Zero?
Yeah, I'm gonna move out the way.
You're going to move. Okay. Okay, as you move, you feel as the broom just smacks you across the back of the leg as you take 7 bludgeoning damage.
It fucking hit me this time. Son of a bitch.
Arcus is going to back up one spot and then hold his action to cast Chill Touch
What?
after Tosca acts.
Okay.
Just in case what she's planning doesn't work out.
Okay, Tosca, that brings us to you.
Yeah, she's gonna stay there and wait for the broom to come out and then slash at it.
Okay. With that, you see as this broom just speeds out towards you, Tosca. You may take your reaction then, Tosca. It sort of speeds towards you with speed, and it just slams into your chest and tries to push you off the edge.
Oh.
Does it?
I need you to make a.
They're being
You need
swept
to make
away.
a athletics or acrobatics check, and you got to beat a 3.
Wait, I have to beat a 3?
Yeah.
I have a 3 in
Don't-
athletics.
Don't get cocky.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
You just sort of bat it aside as it launches itself towards you. Harkus, you may take your action.
yeah. Okay.
It'll be at the same time, really.
Oh, do I have to cast? I do. Blah, blah, blah. Boop.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that definitely hits.
And then boop. Better.
Okay, how do you want to do this?
Yay, we defeated a broom.
Harkus's chill, gnomish hand kind of just grips it, the handle, and just crushes it where it snaps in half.
Yeah, you hear this sickening crunch as it just breaks in half and then just sort of clatters to the floor.
Yeah. Whoa.
This house is fucking ridiculous.
Everything seems to come alive.
Well. That was fun.
Yeah. What was that weird thing you just did, Tosca, with your blood? That was kind of disgusting, but cool at the same time.
Well, it strengthens the blade. I don't actually know how to explain it.
Oh, okay. I've just never read anything about that sort of thing, so I was just curious.
That's okay.
So, last door?
Well,
Yeah.
Kind of feel like I should make myself feel a little better first.
Oh. You mean like emotionally or health-wise?
On a scale of 1 to 12, I feel about a 5 right now.
I can open it next door if you want.
We don't know what the hell's behind that next door.
It's all right, sister. I'll come here.
No,
And
you,
no, sister. It's all right, dear.
no,
I'm just gonna walk down here and leave the two siblings to their.
Zach.
Arcus,
Whatever you're gonna do, just save it. All right,
let me
I
open
got
the
this.
door.
Oh, okay.
Look, I'm surrounded by
Nope.
women that like to cut themselves. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Save it. All right.
Yes, sister. As always, you are in charge.
Are we good to go?
I'm going to use.
Get
I'm
that
going
1
to
point.
use 4 points of my lay on hand and my healing hand. So I have one hit point of healing of lay on hands left,
Yeah.
and no
cool.
healing hands.
Okay, so you gain
So-
5 back.
Go back to 10. Yeah, that'll do.
Is there a
Okay.
reason you split it that way?
Yes.
Okay.
As that's happening, Tosca, are you opening the door here? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, and as you open the door, you notice that dust and cobwebs shroud this sort of elegantly appointed bedroom. There appears to be another 2 doors leading away from this room. And you can see that there's a large bed.
Well, this isn't like a kid's bedroom either. Like, there's no crib. Oh shit.
And as you step,
Oh no! Why did you say that,
as you
Nina?
step further into the room,
Yeah.
you can see as this spectral figure raises itself, lowers
Mhm.
itself through the ceiling. The
Yeah.
spectre resembles this sort of terrified, skeletally thin young woman, and you can see around its sort of around its stomach area, you can see incision marks and a sort of horrible sort of red
Oh.
stain.
Oh
And I
god.
need you all to roll initiative.
No, we've literally just got out of
Yeah.
Death house.
Death house.
Oh, wow.
Oh god,
People
guys,
always
it's
in my
so
way.
good. Oh shit.
Okay, Zachariah.
Zachariah.
I don't even know what's going on. Unfortunately.
Neither does Harker.
None of you do.
Everything all right in there, Harkus, my friend.
I have no idea. Tosca's just kind of standing there.
I imagine, how would Tosca reacted when she saw that figure come through the...
Shocked.
Yeah.
Like, just like frozen on the spot. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
She's just standing there. She looks weird.
Did she scream or anything, or is it?
No.
Oh, great.
Standing.
Well, I'm gonna stand here and
Okay.
try to figure out how to get by. And since I can't see anything, I guess if something looks threatening that comes up, I'll hold my sacred flame.
Okay. Zerael, Harkus, I need you to give me just a straight dex roll, so we can determine who goes first here.
Oh, are we tied?
You're tied with me, so.
Oh shit.
Everyone's tied.
3.
Okay, I got a 20, so we'll just keep it in the order we got then, shall we? Okay.
I got a 20.
Oh shit.
Um,
What is that thing?
you see as this
I still
figure
can't see
starts
it.
to
Yeah, I can see
move
it.
towards you, it starts to move through the wardrobe here. Very sort of incorporeal as it starts to do so, and you see Tosca as it sort of reaches its hand out towards you, and as it does, it's moving very sort of slowly. You can just see the sort of sadness within this face that reaches out towards you. You can feel the sort of chillness of its touch as it moves towards you. You sort of manage to swing underneath its arm.
Mhm.
listens to you.
Oh god. Oh
Can
god.
Can I still not see it?
If you can't see it, you can't see it.
Well, I can see part of it.
You can see Hark's face.
I
right
can
now,
see
and he's
part of
like,
it, and
There's something.
Well, if it reaches out to me, you will probably.
I mean,
be
that's what I
armed.
mean. I can
You
see.
can probably catch a glimpse of this sort of spectral figure.
Is that enough for Sacred Flame? Since Sacred Flame.
No, it still has full cover.
It has full cover. Does it have full cover or 3/4? Because if it's 3/4, I can still cast it.
Yeah, go on, you can cast it.
Hey! I'm gonna resist the. DC 14. Deck save.
Okay.
Crisp that motherfucker.
You can see it as this sort of. Remind me what your sacred flame looks like again. Is it just like a very sort of.
It's just a little bitty flicker. A little bitty.
Flicker.
You can see as this little sort of golden flicker starts to flicker away on this spectral form as it reaches out towards you, but it petters out before it can actually do any.
Yo, what is that?
And Harkus, that brings us to you. As you can see this young sort of female, skeletally thin spectral form lunges towards Tosca.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to cast Chill Touch again. I love this. Okay. Chill Touch.
Okay.
And since I'm assuming it's undead, it'll have. If it's trying to attack me, it'll have disadvantage.
You can certainly roll your damage.
Yeah.
Oh!
Nice.
You can see as this horrible sort of skeletal sort of gnomish hand just dissipates as it makes contact with the spectral figure.
It dissipates.
Necrotic.
Necrotic. On a
Also, it's
death
like oh shit. Okay.
Would you like to do anything else?
I didn't realize I changed my plan. Yeah, Harkus is just gonna risk it, and he's gonna try and run down here.
Oh god.
Okay, yeah. As you move past the figure,
God.
it reaches out to.
Mm-hmm.
What's your AC?
11.
Oh god.
And you just feel your life force being sucked away from you as this spectral hand just caresses through your body as you take 6 damage, and your hit point maximum is reduced by that amount as well.
What?
So you're still at full health.
He's an NPC.
Can't heal that.
At least I'm at health. Holy shit!
Derail.
Harkus is
That
just
brings
like, what
us
the
to
fuck?
You can probably can you see Harkus run through there? You can see sort of the color in Harkus's face just drain completely as he moves through that room, as this horrible sort of purple spectral hand just sucks the life out of him.
What in the world are y'all playing at? Zarel will pull the glaive over her shoulder and run in. This is gonna be a really bad idea. Okay. If I I can see it now. Fuck. Okay. If I stand there on that corner, can I still get it, or has it got half cover?
Yeah, you can attack it from there.
Okay. And if I move through Tosca to stand by Harkus, it doesn't get
Yes.
an attack of opportunity because
It does not, because you're still
Nathan, I'm gonna go to Harkus and keep my body and his body, my body in front of his, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
cool.
There we go.
Yeah.
And I'll give it a stab with my glaive. Oh god, I'm scared. 12.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Oh, fuck off, it does not. Sorry, I didn't mean to scrap.
Yay.
For 8 damage.
You bring your sort of glaive down, just sort of. You feel very little resistance as it swipes through its body. And as it sees you standing over Harkus, it turns its attention towards you. And you can see as its mouth opens, you expect to hear this sort of wail, but you just hear absolute silence.
You creepy ass motherfucker.
Weird.
Tosca, that brings us to you.
I want to move around here and
Okay,
then
cool.
slash at it.
Yeah, that hits.
Get it,
First
get it.
hit.
Okay, don't forget your right damage as well.
Yeah, and 2 lightning.
Okay, lightning, yes. Okay.
Mhm.
What's that like?
So I'm slashing out, and I assume the blade just goes through. But within
Yeah, it does. You also
see
feel
these,
very little resistance.
these little sparks just emanating off the blade and zipping through it.
And all these sort of sparks just caressing sort of through its body. You can see a bit of sort of, as it sort of makes contact with the floor, a bit of the sort of wood chips off and just sort of burns up into sort of ashes. It hits the sort of sparks. Cool. Would you like to do anything else?
No.
Zachariah.
What? Oh my. I will again try to use my sacred flame to set it on very pathetic fire. 1, geez.
Okay, trying to sort of just connect with your sort of power source. You see it's another sort of very flittering flame dissipates into nothing. The spectre not even sort of turn into. You don't even gain any attention from it. It seems oblivious that you're even there.
And then I'm going to move my way back out.
Okay. However, as you start to move, no, okay, he's not going to take an opportunity.
He already used his.
He can't. Yeah, he's already used it. Yeah. Correct. Seeing you stand over the sort of weakened, exhausted Harkus, Zirel, it will sort of reach towards you with this sort of spectralness, and you can start to feel as this coldness just lands on you as it puts its hands upon your shoulders, and you just sort of shrug it off. As you manage to resist the effect of its attack.
Can't hurt me any more than I've already been hurt, friend.
Harkus is feeling very painful, and as a response to feeling very unsafe, he's going to cast Magic Missile at it.
Hey, get it.
Oh wait, it's
Do it.
Input value. There you go.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, cool.
I rolled a 1.
You can see there's these small sort of blue. Are they blue magic missiles?
Yeah, like Iron Man, like pew pew.
Small sort of pew, 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 and just blast through. They sort of fire all the way through the spectral form. You see they leave sort of holes in its spectral form, and the spectre just starts to look down at its body and just releases another sort of what looks to be a wail, but no sound comes out.
Make noise, you weirdo.
Would you like to do anything else?
No, Harkus feels very safe behind the lady's legs.
Probably starting to feel
Yeah.
a bit shaky yourself,
yeah.
though. Probably putting your
Yeah.
hand against the sort of wall. Your breathing is very sort of raspy.
Just clinging to her leg.
Clinging to life is more like it.
It's like the Star Wars poster.
Zirel, that brings us to you.
Let's finish this.
Nice.
Okay, that hits.
Yes.
Okay, how would you like to do this?
Yeah, bitch! I have no idea if this will work or whatever, but for things, I would like to take the sharp end of my glaive, stick it through its chest, lift it up, and then just watch as it dissipates off the blade.
As you sort of move your sort of glaive through it, you start to feel that sort of lack of resistance, but you sort of just grab hold of your glaive and force it up, and you see as this spectral figure just rises slightly, and then just disappears.
What the hell was that?
This house is crazy.
What the hell kind of house are they keeping these kids in?
Am I dying? Look at me. Am I dying? I feel like I'm dying.
Harkus,
This child
You're
might have
alive,
been
aren't
worse
you?
than mine.
Well, I
Okay,
Tosca, you alright?
did you see it? Like somebody tortured it and operated on it, and
I didn't really notice those details.
I wasn't really paying attention to its body.
No.
Well,
Just the fact that it's trying to kill us.
Yeah, that's fair, but it seemed like a tortured soul left behind for revenge or something. Somebody that's not I don't know. Yes, I'm okay. Harkis, how are you?
Dying, I think.
What?
It's hard to tell.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know, it touched me and I feel like I have no life it's weird. I feel like I'm on the brink. Like if my life force was a number, it would be 1. If you get what
Well, we can take a rest.
Can we?
that
Would that help? I mean, what do we know?
no.
Have
It
y'all
touched
ever
me.
fought anything like that before?
No.
No.
I, for one, have not.
Well, I'll look him over. I guess I don't know much about medicine or anything, so I'm afraid to.
Just be
Like-
gentle.
Oh god, is this a curse? Wait, guys, is this a curse?
I don't know.
It's
That's
Steph
why I'm
talking
trying
now.
to. I don't know. That's why we have to do a check to find out. But I'm trying to
no.
encourage somebody who has a better medicine stat than me to do it.
I have 2. Is that better than you?
I
Minus
have
one.
-2.
So yeah.
Oh.
Anything
Get
that's
on this
wisdom
bitch.
is gonna be you and Harkis.
Okay. Well,
I
let
have a
me
+1.
let me look at you.
Okay.
So, does it hurt anywhere specific or just
Show me
Like
where the
all
bad thing hurt
over?
you.
Where did it touch you? It just feels like everywhere. My soul.
your
Yeah, it
soul?
feels
Okay.
it's less
well,
physical and more sort of. Well, it is physical, but it's not visibly physical. It's like very sort of draining, sort of. You feel like your life essence is on the
Mhm.
brink of sort of leaving you.
Is it the type of thing that you would from like magical experience you might be able to discern, or
Mm,
You're more than welcome to try.
great?
Obviously, Tosca, if you want to do a medicine check, then that.
I
yeah,
guess
I'm
I'll
gonna
do
take
a.
his pulse and look into his eyes and just try to figure out what's going on.
I
He's
guess
crying.
I will use a Arcana check. Yeah, I know what
Ooh.
it is.
Damn!
Nice.
I don't know what it is.
As you sort of stop to take his pulse, it's very shallow, very sort of slow. But it's still there, and it does seem.
Mhm.
Zechariah, you can remember the sort of undead being to sort of drain the life from you, and you know that with a good night's rest, he's likely to fully recover.
Huh. I believe you'll be all right, but not until we have a full. You get a lot of rest, and I don't mean just like a little break we had earlier. I think you're gonna need to sleep this one off, my friend.
Oh. I mean, if it's the doctor's orders, I guess.
You did enjoy that bed in the other room. I mean,
There's one here as well.
I could sleep on it, I guess.
this was a creepy ghost room, though, and
There's a rotting tiger in the other one.
At least there isn't a ghost.
That's true.
unless there's the ghost of a tiger, at which point maybe that might be worse. I don't know how these things work.
I mean, we can't just take a long rest now. It feels we only just got here, right?
I have no idea. We've climbed 3 floors and other stuff, so I don't know. We
did
had to
dance
take
through
a.
the arm.
It was a long walk to get to town, right? And we woke
It
up
was.
at dawn.
Yes, it was.
So I don't know. Is there windows in this room?
Yeah,
Here?
next to me.
Yeah. Can I look out the window perhaps and see if I can tell what time of day it is?
You'll remember from your journey here, it was very sort of overcast and difficult to even tell that it was daytime during your travels here. As you sort of look out, it does appear to be darker. Full on sort of what you would assume to be evening or night does seem to have descended. However, you're unable to be certain because there was no real daytime previously when you made your journey to the village.
Well, I don't know what time it is, but I know it is time for you to rest, Harkus. Because if you're really if on a scale of 1 to 10 you're feeling at a 1, I mean that's like, as bad as it gets. That's a risk we can't really take.
You're right. But what about those kids? They're just standing outside.
Are they,
Something
though?
tells
Can
me
we
those
see
kids
them?
are okay.
I mean, if everyone else wants to take a long rest, it's time.
We need the team to be in its best condition. You take a rest.
Hakushi may have inspiration. Ziriel, I would also say, as that was happening, by the wardrobe there, mounted on the wall is a full-length mirror, which you notice with a sort of ornate wooden frame carved to look like ivy. That is here. So you guys have essentially just destroyed a spectre of Zariel. Like I said, there's a mirror by that wardrobe, which appears to be a wooden frame carved with ivory and berries. And you're discussing the idea of taking a rest to recover from his injuries, his life-draining injuries.
Alex is probably draped over the bed in a very overly dramatic way.
Are there any candles, or is this a fireplace, or?
That would be a fireplace, yes.
Oh, wonderful. Is that a wooden desk?
That would be a wardrobe against the
Oh, well, still made out of wood.
and it appears to be empty.
So, are we gonna stay here for our rest?
I mean, it's defensible.
Don't think we should be moving elsewhere.
My fear.
It's really just here or the other room, isn't it?
Well, at least the
Yep.
other room we've opened every door, right? Have we
Yeah.
opened every door in this room?
No.
You have not. You can see that there is a double door
Yeah.
straight ahead of you,
Yeah,
and another smaller single door.
So we either go to the room where we have it fully investigated and we rest there, or we rest here in this room that has doors we don't know where they come. Then again, the other one has a dumbwaiter and they could come from anywhere. So I don't know. One of you strategy people, you come up with something.
Well,
Zarael is
think-
just going to open this door here.
No!
Hearing Zach
What are you
say
doing?
that.
Arceusly.
Okay, as you open the door, it appears to be some sort of nursery. It contains a crib covered with a hanging shroud
No.
and a window which seems to look out on a balcony.
I think I may have found him.
You found the baby.
Maybe. I don't know. Wait there. I'm going to look into the crib.
As you sort of part the back shroud, you see a tightly wrapped baby-sized
A baby-sized what?
bundle.
Does it seem to be moving at all?
It does not. It's a very sort of tightly unable to sort of see what it is exactly. It doesn't seem to have any sort of meaning to it.
Can I blankets away from its face?
Yeah, as you begin to sort of weigh, get started, you find nothing inside it.
There's nothing inside it.
Nothing inside it.
No skeleton. Or...
Nothing whatsoever.
It's not here.
I thought you said you found it.
Thought I found it at the crib. That's where babies usually hide out. It's not here.
Okay. Okay. I think we should rest in the other room.
Well, if you say so, we can do that.
Yeah.
This place is for all of us to sit there. Go on, get.
Mm,
The floorboards sort of creaking underfoot as you guys make your
That's so creepy.
I'm going to
Kicking the
close
dust.
this door, and I'm going to close this door.
Okay, cool. I've deleted the things to close them.
Oh, that's
They're
cool.
closed.
That's fine. But yeah, I'll close them. I'll close all the ones that aren't closed.
Okay, cool. All the doors are closed.
Excellent. And I'm going to close the gun with too.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to cast prestidigitation and try to clean up both this chair and this nasty tiger rug here, so that I don't have to smell the horribleness of this room.
Okay, yeah, cool. That's fine. Just sort of cast presentation. They come to the forefront in this sort of this very sort of full, sort of thick furred tiger rug. The very sort of soft plush cushions of sit back into it.
Now see, if it weren't for being haunted, this wouldn't be such a bad place.
It's pretty cool. It looks quite lavish.
I really hope you
Um,
don't wake up next to some spectral something in that bed, Hawkins.
Oh, I feel the exact same way. Before we take like official rest, can I cast a spell? Is that possible?
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
If you've got spell slot, you're more than welcome.
I would like to cast Healing Elixir. And
Oh, yes!
Yes.
I take it my little alchemist supplies on the bed and I just start brewing a healing potion,
Okay, cool.
which will last 24 hours.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
wicked.
That's a very good idea.
Okay, is there anything else to the rest of you would like to do? Settle in for a long rest?
Who's taking the first watch?
Unfortunately, I think each of us need to take a watch, right?
Yeah.
No.
I'll take the first watch.
I'll take the second one. Hawkins, you should take the last one. You need to get as much rest as you can before you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take the third one then.
Okay.
Before she settles in, Tosca would walk over to Zechariah.
Can I help you?
Well, I wanted to apologize to you. I made a rash judgment. You are obviously very skilled in battle and healing, and I shouldn't have treated you the way I did.
Honestly, I don't care about how you treat me. My problem with you is how you spoke to my sister. That's the only thing that I care about. You think what you want about me. That's fine. My abilities, whatever, they're irrelevant as far as I'm concerned in this discussion. For me, when you say something to my sister that could potentially upset her, you upset me.
That is fair. I still felt like I needed to apologize.
Your apology
Because that is what I
accepted.
do. If
You
I see
apologize,
something I did wrong.
That's what you do? You make a lot of mistakes?
If I make a mistake, I apologize. Yes, that is what I do. I keep my promises and I apologize for.
Your apology is accepted.
Okay.
Is there
Okay.
anything else? You okay?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys settle in, try to get as sort of comfortable as you can. Rosh and old sort of bedroom. You do notice as the night goes on, the rug and the chair start to deteriorate, reverting back to their sort of as they were previously, the presidential cell. Apart from that, the night passes without any sort of trouble. There's the occasional sort of drone from the sort of house, and you get a sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Very sort of cold, chilled. Again, you're a little bit unsettled. However, you do manage to complete your long rest. Harkus, you return to 7. I do want to know why you've got so many cantrips, though.
Oh, sorry, that was in preparation for level 2.
Oh, okay. You don't
Yeah.
get that many, though, do you?
They're
not
all
sure what
part
you
of
want?
the armor.
Oh,
The
what?
armor is like the armor is random casting.
Oh, yes. Yes,
Yeah.
sorry, yes. Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
That's very true. Okay.
there's still like level 1s after that as well.
Thinking,
I
like,
don't have
why have you
I
got
put the
10
star-
cantrips?
I put the stars next to the one that I have currently.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you guys will notice that the rug and the chair have sort of deteriorated throughout the night. Zachariah, you would find yourself sort of practically against the floor as the sort of chair's fallen in against the decay.
This is rather weird. What? I've never had that fail before.
I feel great.
Well, that's all that matters. I will cast prestidigitation on myself and get that whatever the nastiness of that chair turning into off of me.
Okay, and you feel a little bit unconfident. But it does seem to work.
We must always look our best, Harkus. Remember that. We must always look our best.
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly. Even though he's kind of a mess of it. So I brewed this potion before our rest, and I think it could benefit any of us. If I don't know if someone else would like to keep hold of it whilst it's active.
What is it?
It's a potion of healing. I brewed it,
You
but
brewed it.
it'll only last for 24 hours. So
You know, I'm going to go ahead and let you keep hold of that. I don't think I'll trust anything that you made, Mr. Harkus.
okay. I mean, that's completely understandable. But okay, just for everyone to know then, if anyone goes down or if I go down, I have a potion on me. Just so we're all aware. Okay.
I appreciate that. But you know, it's probably best to stay on you anyway. You seem to attract a lot of trouble.
I hear it. It mimics my life, I guess.
Just looks at the black eye.
And the glass arm? Yeah.
Yep.
So, we heading back to that other room then.
Yeah, you found the crib I overheard. Was there no baby?
No, it was just a tightly wrapped bundle of nothing.
Who does that?
No.
Who puts something that looks like a baby in a crib?
Two weird ass kids who to attract a couple strangers into their death house.
Do you think this is a trap?
That is a great name for this place, a death house.
Don't like it. It's too on the nose.
What would you call it? You know, I would like to
Like,
open my own tavern one day, so I'm
How about
interested in
protocol?
names.
You know, a manner of
Murder?
mortal doom. Or damn it, that's better than what I thought.
Ooh.
Can we please
Well-
move on?
Oh yeah, of course.
Why would they want to trap us in here, though?
Why has anything happened to us so far? Why are we in this weird parallel dimension thing?
Yeah, that's fair.
Solid point.
I think the less we try to figure things out, the better we might be in the long run. At least that's how my life has gone, but that might not be the best example.
Should we just try and leave then? I mean, if we're decided that this isn't a good situation, maybe we should just leave.
We've already gone this far, though.
Okay, all I'm saying, I'm going to stay in the background this time.
I'm just saying, at this point, you know,
That's okay.
we might as well make this trip worth our while.
to see if they do have
In
a
what
butler in
way?
this house.
Well, there's a lot of stuff in here, and a lot of nice stuff at that. Might
Not
as
stuff
well.
that ain't ours, you mean?
Well, as far as I can
Marcus
tell,
like,
ain't nobody
holds his
living
back.
here. If it don't belong to nobody, it might as well belong to me.
I like your brother. He speaks smart.
God, it feels so different. It feels so weird being on the other side.
Tell me about it.
Let's just
Well,
keep our eyes up.
Let's get to that other room again.
Yeah. Let's take a look at those doors.
And it does zoom. I'm gonna sneeze.
Someone lead the way. Oh, where are you going, sister?
I don't know. Sorry.
Tosca, you find yourself standing a pair of double doors set with panes of sort of stained.
Are you ready for me to open the door?
Arcus stands between the two. Asima.
Cereals. On Zechariah.
God damn it.
Opening the door.
Yes.
Okay, and as you open the door,
Oh,
It's just a balcony.
reveals the
it's a fucking
balcony.
balcony. Oh, but is this at the
Rail
front of the
saw
building
through
this
the
time?
window earlier. It does look onto the front, yes.
I
These are
think
the
it's still
kids.
there.
And as you look out, you can see that the mist seems to have moved off the house itself, and it's difficult to make out whether anything is below. Make a perception check.
12.
Um,
I have so many 12s today.
As you look around,
That's my number today.
you do notice that there is another floor above your current floor as well.
What?
There does appear to be a fourth floor.
Ooh.
There is a fourth floor. Did we see stairs? Like more stairs?
Huh?
There ain't any stairs.
And you said
I
the
don't
dumbware only reached the third floor, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
How?
Can I look inside this fireplace?
That's a good idea, actually.
It is.
You can look inside the fireplace if you like. Yeah, you can make a
I'm not
perception
very
check.
good at looking at things.
Use your eyes.
They're not very good. 15. Do I find it?
You sort of shove your head into this fireplace. Nothing of any sort of particular note. It does seem to go up. And as you come out, the rest of you notice as Zirael has these sort of cold panda eyes as she draws a sort of head out of the fireplace.
Is that really that different?
No.
Probably not.
Maybe the stair to the fourth floor is on another section of the house.
So
Maybe.
there are stairs.
Why would you make more stairs to go up another section of the house? Why not just
I mean,
add on to the stairs that are up here already?
I'm not an architect. Are you?
Because
Alright.
it's creepy and fits the theme of this place.
Yeah. It's got a specific aesthetic, this place.
Well,
Come on, y'all.
Did we look if there's secret doors behind this mirror or...
That's
Shit,
true,
yeah, the
there have
mirror.
been multiple mirrors.
the last one was a cupboard. Or, yeah, closet. Should I say cupboard or closet? I don't know.
It's a tiny room.
It was a
There's
closet.
mirror.
Okay.
Tosca, would you like to inspect that mirror? What are you saying?
Well, Zechariah is in front of it,
Oh,
but
no,
yeah.
after you. Yeah, I was making sure my beard is okay. That's all. You're fine. Go ahead.
Well, then,
Okay.
let's get a perception check.
Let me guess, 12.
Oh my god! Hell!
This is great.
You're unable to find any sort of unable to find any sort of door. However, as you look at the mirror more closely, you can see that the ornate wooden frame, which appear to have ivy and berries, you do notice that there appear to be eyeballs among the bones.
This mirror has eyes.
Are you sure that's not just your reflection?
Yeah.
No. The mirror itself in the frame has eyes.
Harkis will also investigate.
Yeah,
Does he
you make
also see the eyeballs?
Make a perception check.
Oh. Where's my cat? There it is.
Ugh. Now, is this
I'd
perception
give
or
myself
investigation?
advantage, but I wouldn't care.
It's his perception.
Dang!
Yeah.
I hate perception.
So you're looking unassisted. You can make out the eyeballs because you'll be made aware.
So I'd have advantage. Cool.
Well, is anyone helping you?
Oh, sure. I'm standing over his little shoulder looking.
Yeah.
Which
You're sort of
which
pointing
way are
and
those
trying to
going?
sort of
Which
look
way is
and,
that eye going? Is it looking at me or is it
Yeah,
looking
look.
around?
Hey, there's an eyeball. Oh, that's an eye. That looks like an eyeball as well.
And as that's sort of happening, Harkus just sort of slips into the mirror. And you see as the mirror crashes against the floor,
Oh, no.
smashed into pieces. But as it
No.
falls back,
Nope.
it does reveal in the.
Can you repeat that,
It
please?
reveals a
Alex?
who what?
It reveals a door.
Not a
Oh,
door.
Well, that's
That
7
Tosca
years
missed.
bad luck on top of my already shitty luck.
Yeah, but
I
there's a
am not
door.
opening this. I am not opening this door.
Well, that's what we have our lovely ladies for. They are the brawn of our excursion here.
Sorry, I will open
Please
it.
be safe, sister.
You sort of push it, and it easily sort of comes open, revealing a cobweb-filled wooden staircase leading.
You know, this house is just getting weirder and weirder.
Yeah.
And Zed will start walking up.
We all going up.
Where are we
Yeah.
going, Master?
Unfortunately, up and away.
Oh my god! How are you going through the wall?
Oh yeah.
What? You shouldn't be able to
Ooh,
get
that's neat.
The ghost.
I'm gonna stop looking now. Stop looking.
What are we doing?
Stop
Oh,
looking.
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Where
How
are you guys
doing
going?
that?
Where are you guys
Well,
going?
I see myself now. I'm here.
Oh no, there's some creepy stuff. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look.
Oh,
I'm in on the
I'm not
staircase.
moving.
So apparently you guys can move through walls, so just be careful.
Is
We
that
have to
just
go.
We're all
like
ghosts
a glitch
now.
or something?
Solved it.
I don't know why that's up.
That's the twist.
Is this the door in front of me, Alex?
Let me just check this. There is another door.
Okay, I'm gonna push that open.
Okay.
Go in.
Where's Tosca? I think Tosca
That's
went in
just-
after Zario.
You're on, Tosca.
yeah, I
Oh,
can't.
I'm
Ooh,
so-
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, you shouldn't be able to move through walls now.
Ghost.
Nope.
Yeah.
No,
Can't
ghost
move.
mode was deactivated.
Okay.
Oh man, it's not the Sixth Sense anymore. Not ghosts anymore.
No, it's just
There we go.
The
Okay.
rail. As you open the door, you come across a sort of bare hall, choked with dust and cobwebs, floor groaning, straining under the weight into the. You can see that there appear to be a couple of doors leading off this room, and this door here appears to be held shut with a padlock.
Ooh.
Well, we
Oh,
shouldn't
that
have
doesn't
been
look
there.
good.
No.
The children said their parents were keeping a monster trapped. That looks like the kind
I
of
thought
place
they
you could
said in the
trap a
basement.
monster.
Did
Yeah,
they say
they
in the
said
basement?
in the basement.
Maybe they got more than one monster.
Is this
I
some
mean,
weird
we've met
parallel
more than
stair
one
thing that
monster.
sent us down into the basement when really we walked up? Look, I don't know how
Ooh.
physics works in this world, alright? Never mind.
It's
Ignore me.
possible, I guess.
Oh, I
Should we
guess.
each take a door and take a listen to it?
I like listening.
Sure.
I don't like opening. I will stand at the door that's all padlocked and not gonna fly open in my face.
Alright, Argus. I will take the top one, the top two up here, but I'm gonna listen to the
Okay.
top one first.
Looks like you're stuck with the window, Zachariah.
Yeah, I'm looking out the window. You know, I'm just. It's for the best. It is for the
You could
best.
help
Figuring
me.
out physics.
You could help me,
Yeah,
Zachariah.
I'll help you. I'll help you. Don't worry.
If you would all like to make perception checks, Harkers, you can have advantage. If...
Yeah, Harkus, go ahead.
Yeah.
Uh.
That is shit.
You're all sort of just trying to sort of listen out intently. And all you can really hear is just the creaking and groaning underfoot as you guys are moving around slightly. Then suddenly you hear this from one Zuriel as she sort of crashes into both of the doors, trying to sort of turn around.
It's a bit narrow down there, dear.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
The armor is just a bit broad on the shoulders.
Yeah.
Okay.
However, nothing to indicate anything is here.
I can't hear anything of mine.
Neither in this padlocked one.
That's good at least.
Tosca?
Tosca?
I don't hear anything.
Great. So we pick one.
Well, I suggest not the padlock.
Yeah, probably not. Let's open up Tosca's first.
Okay.
It's a good idea.
I'd
I
like to
will-
open the door.
I will stay back.
Okay. As you open the door, once again, met with just a sort of cloud of dust, as this sort of dust-choked room seems to contain what appears to be some sort of writing desk that you can see with a stool, also some sort of wardrobe, a small sort of rocking chair, and you can also see what looks to be a bed and a window box, and within that window box sits a smiling doll, lacy yellow dress,
Creepy.
cobwebs draping it like a wedding.
Okay, this looks like a little girl's room. I mean, there's a doll.
Wait, you don't suppose this is one of the kids' room downstairs, do you? Just
Maybe.
keeping your kids behind a
Oh.
mirror door?
One of those kids had a doll. A very creepy, ugly-looking doll, but a doll.
Hmm.
Can't
Can I
imagine you would
investigate-
have such a smiley, happy doll here and carry such a disturbing one with you.
At first glance, it's evident that it's not the same doll was carried young boy you saw.
What can I see out of the window?
Yeah.
Not much. Pretty much the house seems to be engulfed.
Mm. Can I see any documents on this desk, or like anything of like note on the desk?
There just appears to be a couple of sort of black, brown pieces of paper.
No writing on them.
No writing.
Can I open the closet?
Yes, you can. However, the wardrobe
It's empty, or what did you say?
it is empty. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, whoever lived in here didn't have any clothes.
Or the
Unfortunate. Oh,
Every wardrobe you've looked in so far
has no clothes in it.
It's almost like if somebody was here, they fled for whatever reason. We got that really disturbing. You found that really disturbing letter, Harkus, right?
That one about the burgomaster one.
yeah. There was word of vampires.
Do you
Yeah.
think maybe this town was evacuated or something?
Just pretty proofreading.
Maybe.
I mean, we don't. This is the only house we've been in. I mean, we don't know if the whole town's been
No, we
abandoned.
Can I
just know
pick
the
up the
town
doll?
looked deserted.
Yeah, you can pick up the doll.
doesn't attack me.
New best friend.
Roll initiative.
Oh, God.
Cursed
As you
at him.
sort of pull it away from the sort of cobwebs, they sort of drape along your sort of hand. The cobwebs are sort of cold to the touch. The doll's head just sort of falls to the side. It's very sort of limp in your.
Creepy as fuck.
Is it like a
Okay.
woolen doll or like a porcelain doll sort of thing?
It is a woolen sort of a knitted doll.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and it's just tilting to the side, or it's like falling off?
It's just tilting.
Are you my mommy?
Fucking creepy.
It's Tara's demon baby.
It's Porcus. It's Porcus.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it back down. Just
Wow, that was a very big room.
As you put it back down, you notice as the cobwebs drape again. Veil.
Did you guys notice that for some reason this house keeps itself in like a very distraught state? Like it's just
I did. I fixed that rug and that chair, and when I woke up, they were just as bad as they were before.
yeah.
The whole place has to be cursed.
Yeah, the cobwebs just drape themselves over all again. So I don't.
So the
I
cobwebs
told
are
ya.
alive.
This ain't no place like you ever been to before.
Well, I realized that Okay.
I've never seen any kind of magic that can repair its distress. That's it's almost like an illusion, but it's real.
So which door?
Up here. I'm gonna open this one. Good.
As you open that door, you find another sort of small web-filled, like in a slender bed, a nightstand, a rocking chair, a wardrobe, and a small iron stove, similar.
It's the same as the others. What's the bed and that bumble hand you task is the same?
No doll in this one, though.
Be a little this room.
I'm gonna open the door across from it.
You find yourself another dusty chamber. This time not a bedroom.
Oh.
Appears to be packed
Close it!
with,
Close it! Close it!
appears to be packed with old furniture, all draped in these sort of dusty, stained white sheets. An iron stove set against a sort of.
Is that a window on the other side?
That is a window.
Well, it might just be storage. Should I go in?
No.
Well, with my
Weeping
incredibly
angels.
low wisdom, yes, let's go in.
Well, okay. Can I look under one of the drapings?
Yeah, which one would you like to look at?
This one.
Okay. As you sort of pick it up, you see what is to be an old sort of wooden chair.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can come in. It's just storage. It's.
Oh, I will. Oh god, there's one right there.
We're being scared of furniture right now,
This was
guys.
the standard Tosca
Just in the corner.
Very much. Can I occupy the same space as someone else? Is that a thing?
Well,
No.
you're small.
You're small,
Yeah,
I don't know.
but I think you need to be tiny.
Yeah,
it's possible.
I'm trying my hardest to stand in this corner, even though Tosca's already standing there.
The floorboards sort of just creaking under as you sort of make your way into this sort of dust being kicked up.
Seems all right. What do I see through the window?
Through the window, you see just fog engulfing.
This is the most depressing weather. I don't care how nice this place is. It's making me sad. Sister, where did you go?
Hmm?
Sister.
Damn it!
This isn't the time for hiding seek.
I can't remember how to do whisper. I was gonna whisper something to Alex.
Oh no, does it ruin you?
Slash W.
It's the yeah.
Ugh.
And hopefully you don't have the same people with the whisper as I.
No, I can't.
You could just,
Slash.
send it in Discord.
There we
You should just be able to do slash W.
Then doesn't it like slash W then GM?
That's the one.
You should do it.
There we go.
Yeah, of course you can.
I will do it.
As you guys are sort of moving around in that other sort of, you hear this
Oh no.
come from outside the
Oh
room.
god.
Oh god, Marcus hides behind something tall.
Sister, where is Zirai?
Something just knocked the door.
Okay.
Oscar, as you step out, you can see Zerel there just banging on this door.
Sorrel? I don't think that's a good idea.
I just
mean-
want to know if there's anything behind it.
That's okay, we can try to open it, but banging might attract other things.
I don't particularly have the tools to be able to pick this thing open. Do you?
Harkus might?
I have tinkering tools. I don't know if it can pick a lock.
You've got a giant freaking sharp weapon. You can't just break the whole thing apart.
Yeah, that will probably work. But how quiet is that?
Not very.
Says the woman who was just banging on the door.
Well, if they already know we're here, I might as well do it then.
So then why are you complaining
what you're
about it
saying?
being quiet?
I wasn't complaining about it being quiet.
Why didn't just break the dang thing?
Stop arguing, I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Okay.
In which case, I will
Well-
bring my glaive overhead and slash at the lock on the door.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Okay.
Okay.
22.
Yeah, break that door.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely hits the door.
For max
Yeah,
damage.
destroy the door.
Okay, yeah.
She
You sort of
killed
just
that
bring your
door.
glaive up and smash it into, and you see as it just cuts through sort of half the door, wood sort of splintering everywhere. And you can just sort of see through. You think with a good kick, the door would sort of come to.
I will give the door a good kick.
Make an athletics check
Oh no.
with advantage.
Oh,
Oh.
good.
Okay.
Watch me roll 2 1s, guys.
Okay,
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
That's good.
yeah. You just sort of kick the door down, and you see as the wood just splinters everywhere into this room. And you can see that straight ahead of you, there appears to be a bricked up window,
Oh no.
flanked
No.
by 2 dusty wood-framed beds, sized for children. Closer to the door is a toy chest, windmills painted on its side, and a dollhouse that seems to be a perfect replica of the dreary edifice in which you stand. These furnishings are all draped in cobwebs. Lying in the middle of the floor, 2 small skeletons wearing
Oh.
tattered but familiar clothing.
Oh, no.
And the smaller of the 2 cradles a stuffed doll, you also recognize.
I think I just found our kids, guys.
Wait, kids? I thought it was one little brother.
No, these are the
The ones that let us inside.
What?
If they let us
Marcus,
inside, how are they up here in a locked
Oh.
room?
Not more ghosts. I can't handle any more ghosts. Oh no. Oh no, I don't like this.
Also, why was their room padlocked?
And why is that window sealed shut like it is?
Why are there 2 children dead on the floor?
Okay, that might be the more pressing question. I suppose you're right. Hopper.
And how are they dead on the floor and did talk to us just like a night ago?
I can't tell you that.
This is crazy. I don't like it.
Zarel's gonna take blankets off the bed and bundle bones. Like, but can I bundle their bones up inside it? Like make like a little
of
haversack
course.
kind of type thing?
Yeah, and as you're doing that, you can notice that the sort of smaller skeleton appears to be cradling a stuffed doll.
Oh.
Would you like to include that in your bundle?
Yeah, I will include it in the bundle.
Can I use my Hunter's Bane to see if I recall any fiend or undead that would like have a skeleton and then still be alive? Like,
Yeah, sure. What does that look like when you do that?
like she will kneel down, like go into like a knight-like pose, just like lean on her sword and just like grip the hilt very tight so the veins on her hands start to like pulsate and like stand out, and it's trying to remember.
Can you make a religion check? Oh no, wait. Yeah, religion.
Religion. Let's see, where is that? Oh wow, -1. Let's go.
Oh!
Yeah, you know, I've sort of heard of just ghosts, specters. They would generally leave their physical behind. Particularly ghosts, you know, have the ability to sort of move between the ethereal plane and the material plane. At will, essentially.
You trying to remember something there, Tosca?
I think we might be dealing with ghosts.
Do you think the kids wanted us to find them?
I don't know. Or they actually want us to find their brother if they were padlocked in and died.
These two are here. Then perhaps we might be looking for a smaller skeleton as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Harkis would like to investigate the doll's house. Like, look through some of the windows if it's possible, or just see if there's anything inside it.
Yeah, cool. If you make a set,
Perceptions.
yeah. It's clear that it's the house that you're in, but you're just a little bit freaked out. And as you begin to sort of look into the house, you sort of take the lid off, and with that, you just hear this shrill sort of child's voice. Get off my toys! And you see as the ghost of your figures materialize of Rose and Fawn.
oh my!
And Fawn's just like, leave my toys alone!
Harkus, what did you do?
I touched the dollhouse. I put the lid back on the dollhouse.
We ain't mean you no harm. We just looking for your
We
brother like you asked us to.
And you can see they sort of look at each other. We've never seen you before. What are you doing here?
We saw you
Now,
outside.
hold on.
You told us to go into your home and find your little brother.
Walter.
Walter.
And the sister sort of brings her brother closer to her. We've not been outside for years.
Well, this is going well.
This is creepy.
How did you two end up locked up in here?
Our mum and dad locked us in here to protect us from the monster in the basement.
What monster in the basement?
The monster.
Does the monster have Walter?
Do you
And
even
you see
know
they
a
just
Walter?
sort of they shake their head indicating no. Walter lives on the 3rd floor.
So there is a Walter.
But he
Or-
wasn't in his crib.
We're not allowed to see Walter.
Harkis whispers to Zechariah, well, Walter's in the basement.
I think you might be on to something. So, wait a minute. You haven't actually seen Walter. So you
They
can't
just sort
be
of shake their
sure.
heads.
You can't be sure he's on the 3rd floor.
Mum and dad always said Walter was on the 3rd floor. The boy just sort of looks up to you and sort of indicates.
But you never actually saw him because you were locked in here.
We never saw him.
What kind of parents locks up the children?
And lets them die.
Well, I mean, maybe the parents were thinking of protecting them, but maybe the parents didn't, they didn't stick around.
I've heard of overbearing parents, but this is ridiculous now.
If they're protecting them from Walter, what the hell?
Do you two want to stay here and play with your toys and let us look at your brother?
We want you to stay.
Hmm.
You don't want to be left alone.
I'm
Well-
not very good with children, you see. But perhaps Tosca there, I'm sure she is great. She seems to have an affinity for them. Y'all should play dolls together.
You'll play dolls with us? The girl sort of turns around and the crack of a smile starting to spread across her face.
Well, how about I've seen a very pretty doll in another room. Do you want me to get it? And while I'm gone, you two can play with each other, and then
We
I'll
have dolls in this
pretty-
room! Play with us in this room!
I will. I was just getting another doll.
No! Stay and play in this room!
I'll go get that doll for you, and I step out the room.
As you step out of the room, I need you
No.
to make a charisma saving throw.
Ooh, ooh.
As the
He's
form
a
of
worm.
Rose moves towards you, and you feel her presence trying to take you over.
Oh,
Hmm.
God.
However, you are able to push her back.
Now,
Stay in the room!
personal boundaries, dear. I'm just getting you this doll. Just be patient.
Well, hang on now. There's no need for that. Look,
Oh.
come here. Why don't you come here and show me what this is right now? What do we do with this? Is this a doll's house? Are there dolls inside it, Alex?
Promise me you won't leave us.
I'm not gonna leave you. You want to play dolls? Let's play dolls here. And
We
come
got
on.
so hungry.
I know you did.
You see as the girl sort of falls to her knees, bursts into tears.
Can I try to touch her? Or will I, is she not, will I just reach through her?
You can try.
Yeah, I would like to try to put my hand on her shoulder.
Yeah, as you do. She feels solid to your touch.
Okay. Do you want some food?
Boy
Can
sort
you,
of turns towards you.
can you eat?
Past needing food.
I know.
He died.
I know.
His head just sort of goes down. He looks towards his feet. shuffle. Mom and Dad left us.
Do you want to come look for Walter with us? Maybe we can find him together.
The door's open now.
We're
You're...
out.
But who's keeping you?
We're just kids. It's town.
I mean, we're adults, and we're saying you're allowed to leave this room and explore the house.
The girl sort of said, "You're not an adult. You're too small."
I am a gnome. I am 33 years old.
And if he's not allowed to give you permission, I give you permission.
We're not going anywhere, Ford. We're going to stay here. These people are going to play with us. She moves over to here, and she lifts the lid off of this chest. And you can see it's full of sort of an assortment of sort of stuffed animals and toys.
You know we can't stay here, right?
Do I know how to put ghosts to rest?
You could make you'd have to make probably a religion
Religion or
history.
history.
Oh,
Well,
fuck.
doesn't matter.
Oh.
14?
You know that pitting, if you were able to pit their spirits to rest, then they would pass on.
Mm.
They were no longer in this place. But you don't have the knowledge to know how to do this. It's you
Yeah.
sort of doing.
Well, maybe we can make a deal. We'll play for an hour, and then it's bedtime, and we'll have to look after Walter.
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh, late in that motherly law.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and if we play good, will you kill the monster in the basement? Then we could leave.
Yes, we will definitely kill the monster in the basement.
If there's a monster.
And you see as she sort of points towards the doorhouse. The basement, get to it through here.
I look where she's pointing.
You can make a perception check with advantage.
18.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, yeah, cool. And you can see as you sort of start to study the sort of, you're going to see that there appears to be a couple of secret passages within this house. The one that Rose seems to be pointing to seems to lead off from the storage room on this level. And it seems to be a spiraling staircase that leads all down towards a lower level of the house. There also appears to be a secret room of some sort on level 2 towards the back end of the house, leading off to be a library of some sort.
Writing these all down.
Zechariah, I want you to make a perception check for me as well.
Oh
Oh.
no.
I'm not perceptive at all. No.
Well,
Okay, yeah, cool. It's just completely sort of intent upon children in this room
Yeah.
and the situation that's occurring.
Sweet children. Sweet little darlings.
Sweet
You
little
don't mean
dead
that.
children.
All right. So 1 hour, and then we go kill your monster in the basement. All right.
Yeah, okay.
Right. What are we playing with? And can we spend the next hour playing with them?
You can also elevate yourselves to level 2.
That was so unexpected.
Like just that, so we don't need to do like a rest or anything. We're just
No.
level 2.
You can do level 2.
Oh my god!
Yay!
Oh god,
Guys!
congratulations! Oh god.
Oh my goodness me!
I mean, I guess then if Arcus is with that last hour, can Arcus like be messing about with his armor just
Yeah.
to like yeah.
Yeah, that's
He's like she's like showing the wee boy the armor and stuff as he's like working on it. And yeah, fuck, I have to add all these extra spells.
Oh, I have to make decisions. It's hard.
Da, 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 da.
Alright, what do you all get at level 2?
I get my
Everything.
arcana mechanical armor.
Well, Zechariah now gets 2 spell slots. Mhm. Where's my PHB? I think I've added
You
everything.
get
that I
spellcasting, so you're cool, and you get a fighting style
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, bitch.
What are you going for?
I don't know.
Well, you haven't done it.
I don't know. I don't know if I want defense. Great weapon fighting.
Ooh, and I learned a new spell. I don't even know what to
I think
do.
I
I think
learned
I
this
might be
spell.
taking the blood curse of the fallen
I
puppet.
so was
That,
Oh, nice.
that
Fallen
kind of
puppet?
that kind of fits with like ghosts, I guess.
Yeah.
It says the moment a creature falls unconscious or dies within 30 feet of you, you can use your reaction to give the creature a final act of aggression. The
Dope.
creature immediately attacks, makes a single weapon attack against a target of your choice within its attack range. That's cool, isn't it? And then it falls back to unconsciousness. Dead.
Harkus, you gain 2 new spells. 2
Two.
spell book.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to confirm there. So I get 2 new spells. Okay, then I guess I'm gonna be risky and roll a hit dice to see how much health I get.
Steph, I'd say you probably get a bit more value out of protection. Just- I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really like great weapons.
Yeah,
Well,
I think I am going to go defense.
would our would our hit point maximums be our new health or?
Yes,
Yeah,
you'd
yeah.
be on full health. Yeah.
All right, good.
What did you just roll? You must have rolled something good.
I rolled 5.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Can't I change my level?
Zechariah, you obviously get Eldritch. You get 2 Eldritch invocations
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's such a big choice as well.
and a new spell.
Yeah, the spell is the harder part for me because I pretty much decided which Eldritch invocations I was going to take. It's really the Armor of Shadows, but I'm not going to call it that because that doesn't make sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's cool.
Doesn't make any
Yep,
sense
that's
for it. And of course I have to take Agonizing Blast because I'm a Warlock, and well,
Yes,
that's really
son.
the whole fun of being a Warlock.
Yes, son. Agonizing Blast will be your baby, I promise you.
I know.
Okay, and
Shit.
what does our friend Tosca get?
I took dueling,
Okay,
so
cool.
+2 to my damage roll
And then you
with
pick
my longsword,
the puppet.
and then the blood curse of the fallen puppet.
That's such a cool name.
And you can use that once per short rest.
I think so. It doesn't specify for some reason.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Guys, I've got 10 points of lay on hands now. You can go down as much as
Okay.
you want.
All right,
Yay!
Let me roll.
Zachariah, you're obviously going to take your basic for help.
I got it!
Oh!
Hey, nice!
Ooh.
I'm obviously doing what?
You're just going to take the base.
I'm just going to take the base.
Yeah. Or are you going to roll? You've never rolled.
I've never rolled.
You never roll.
Do
Live
I-
dangerously.
I'm gonna take the base, guys.
Oh!
Guys, but I got 11. You will do.
No, if Nina's rolling that high, I'm taking the base.
Wow.
Oh, I need to add all these spells by hand. They aren't in the compendium. Oh.
I've taken the base, but it takes me up to 20, so that's fine.
Don't worry about if you don't worry about adding spells now. I've got the book, so I should be.
Okay, cool.
The only issue is if they may be from Unearthed Arcanas, but in that case,
Yeah, I have like the Unearthed Arcana document open anyway, so if I need to like look, I can just use that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. And then you can
Cool.
just fill it in during sessions. There will be a small break at some point next between now and 8 because I will.
Yeah.
Food dropping coming at some point.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Can I just see what I would have got if I rolled a hit die?
You can do, yeah.
Thank you. Oh no! Never mind. Should have risked it for a biscuit.
Yeah,
Never mind.
I'll take my.
Now Tosca has the most health.
How much do you have total?
22.
Wow.
Damn, really?
Nice.
I only have
12.
19.
I'm at 20.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, I'll roll shitty next time.
Should have
Please
risked
do.
it for a biscuit.
Hey, my armor class goes up as well.
What's
goes
your
up
AC
to-
now, Brandon?
12.
Oh, yeah. I'm
I thought I
going to
had
go
more
ahead and
dexterity.
cast Mage Armor, by the way.
Yep, that's fine. That lasts
Good
8 hours.
Yeah. Basically every
I-
8 hours. Cast
Mage armor. I got that 17 AC, y'all.
Woohoo!
I only have 16, but that's
Well-
pretty good.
Me and you, the tank, bro.
Yeah,
Arcana,
that's our job.
Mechanical armor.
Okay, guys, nobody go down. I've
Okay.
got 12 points of healing on me, okay?
As you guys
That
are sort
was
of
so
spending
unexpected.
the next sort
I
of,
know.
sort of playing with the children.
It's because we
Like-
took a we got here
Yeah,
so
you kind of
fast.
got a short rest and stuff.
Mhm.
Zachariah, you do feel the presence of an owl just sort of sitting on your shoulder,
Ooh.
just about. It seems to be sort of watching what you're sort of doing. And you feel a sort of cloak of protection surround you as it sort of lands on your shoulder.
It's about bloody time.
You went Ash then, dude.
Yeah, I know. I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad.
It's okay. I'm not much better.
About damn time. What the hell happened to you? Oh, I'm just glad to have you back.
And you hear a small hoot in your ear. Tosca, you feel your sort of body evolving and changing, sort of blood just sort of pumping from your sort of the children, reacting to perhaps what it's seen happened so far throughout sort of journey through this house. And you get this impression that the next time friends is in danger, your body and sort of the sort of rage may sort of we'll see what happens.
What? Okay.
Zirael, how would you feel seeing the children in this state?
She's very nonchalantly upset, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
She remembers growing up with Zach, and like they had a good childhood. Like she was obviously a little more special than Zach to most people.
Obviously.
Obviously. But yeah, she's probably like taken the odd glance at Zechariah every now and again as well. So she's just nonchalantly solemn about what's happened to them.
And I think that maybe as you're sort of picking up you do feel a bit of an avenging spirit, perhaps guiding you towards seeing that your promise that you made to these children is fulfilled. And with that, you feel a connection perhaps to a presence that you've not necessarily felt last time. Yeah. But eventually you do set the children to bed, and the
I would
figures...
like to tuck them in.
Yeah, as you sort of tuck them in, you see as the figures of Rose and Fiona just seem to disappear. It's more,
Okay.
leaving the four of you alone in this room.
Let's go make this right.
I finished it, guys.
Wait, you finished what?
I pull out this kind of leather piece of armor that I'm just kind of holding, and then I kind of whisk my glass hand over it, and it turns into this kind of like plate mail, kind of porcelain looking armor, and I just kind of put it on me. Like, I have armor, and also it's magical.
Is that what you
Wait.
were doing while they were playing with the children?
Yeah, I had every spare second I use, I work on the armor. It's been almost a year in development.
It looks
So-
great.
Thank you. Thanks.
Good job and all, but whilst we were trying not to die with these kids here, you were doing that.
I don't think
Yeah.
they want to kill us. They want our help. They're not the evil of the house.
So
So what did
Whatever's in the basement
Zach
is
walked
the
out
evil.
of the room.
they showed you where the basement was, right? Is that where we gonna try to venture to now?
Yeah,
Yes.
Tosca, you learned of two secret passages, and then another secret level 2.
So are we going to go through the one here, or are we gonna go back downstairs and explore
Well-
the second floor a little bit, or what is your choice, y'all?
I mean,
I would say we're going to the basement. We're finishing this. These kids need to be put to
Mhm.
rest.
yeah,
This-
and
this
maybe
is right.
Zirel kind of bundles their bones into her backpack.
We can explore the library and what else there is after if you guys want to, but I want to
Mhm.
put them to rest. I want to free them.
yeah,
This is not their fault and they don't deserve this.
I think that's fair
Maybe-
enough.
maybe the house will be safer once we deal with whatever's in the basement.
We can certainly hope so.
Can't get any worse. Or can it? Wait.
Don't
I
even.
guess we're just going to have to wait
yeah.
and find out, aren't
I
we?
hope I didn't jinx us.
Well,
I guess that's through here, right?
I'll
Yeah.
follow you.
I don't know
As you
where.
make your way back into the storage room, you can see that a wooden that seems to be connected to the wall is opened, and you can see beyond there appears to be a narrow spiral staircase made of sort of creaky wood, contained within a 5-foot
ooh.
stone,
Careful,
that
it made me
starts in
dizzy
the
looking
attic.
over it.
and descends downwards. So very sort of cramped for space. Not for you. Not comfortable in space. The rest of you have to sort of crouch down and sort of squeeze down just to continue.
Wait, so who's going down first? Because I don't think it should be my brother nor the Hawk.
No, it shouldn't. It should be one of us. I can go first.
They're so brave, aren't they, Zechariah?
You know, we are so lucky to be surrounded by such powerful women, you know?
Yeah. In this day and age, it's great to see such strong female representation.
Zarael looks straight at Tosca. Like, are you listening to this?
I'm trying not to.
Go on, girl. I'll follow you down.
Yeah, I'll go first.
You're right, Hawkins. It's just so great how gender stereotypes are not holding us back here.
Uh,
Oh, hell.
Y'all motherfucker.
And as you sort of make your way down, it ends in a sort of cold, damp or you'll soon to be the basement. A narrow tunnel stretches before you southward before branching east and west. And from the moment you sort of arrive, you can hear this eerie, incessant chant echoing throughout this.
This sounds jolly down here, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
This is very narrow.
So, going quietly, or we just going straight in?
Well, last time we tried to be quiet, Harkus struggled a little bit.
I'm sorry, okay? It wasn't my fault.
I'm giving you the opportunity perhaps to redeem yourself.
Well, that's funny.
Tell me about it. Well,
All right.
look, y'all ladies, you're leading the way. You decide. Are we being stealthy, or we just walking in to face a monster that required children to be locked up from?
Oops.
Well, stealthy is definitely the better option, but scale mail is not the quietest gear. So I'm not making any promises.
Well, you lead, I'll follow.
If you guys want to proceed with stealth, then let's see.
Where you lead,
We
I will
can try.
follow. Okay, yeah.
We can certainly try being quiet.
Right or left?
Oh shit!
Damn, girl!
And wait, because I'm in chain, I get disadvantage, but double crits.
Damn! Oh, yeah. Let me ruin that for you.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
13.
We gotta wait for Harkus to ruin it.
Oh!
We so quiet out here, y'all.
Okay.
We are the quietest armor-wearing motherfuckers in the world.
Damn.
Sort of slink down these sort of small, keeping
Which
back.
are we going right or left? So up or down?
You're leading, dear.
Okay.
I thought
Down.
you were the expert at
Yeah,
okay,
these
down.
supernatural
Here we
sort of things.
All right.
So as you continue to sort of move down the sort of, you see the corridor splits again.
Where's
Left
the
or
music
right?
coming from?
You can make a perception check.
Can we all go for them, seeing as we're all looking up? Oh,
19.
nice. Not that I need to.
Level
Difficult
2,
to
the
tell.
rolls got better.
It seems to be that it's difficult to tell at the moment. It could be coming from any direction.
Okay. Let me look at this intersection. Well, we're gonna go into the big room first.
Yeah. Okay. It seems to be some form of dining hall. It contains a sort of plain wood flanked by long benches. You can see mouldy humanoid bones lie strewn on the dirt floor. And in the middle of the sort of south wall, there seems to be a darkened alcove of some sort. You notice as you sort of they're underneath of the death house. Earth, clay, and rock. The tunnels are quite narrow, as they're only sort of 4 feet and 7 feet tall, and there are sort of timber braces, 5 foot inches.
And this is just an alcove? Or
That is an alcove, yes.
is there anything in it? No. Just
Do you want to get closer?
Yeah. Getting cozy with the alcove.
Let's have a look.
Oh god.
You
doesn't
know what
sound
that
good.
means.
You can make. It's difficult to tell from there. Might be able to tell better if you were to get inside.
Don't.
I want to though.
Do what you think
Yeah.
Tusker
Climb
would do.
on in.
I'm gonna get inside.
Okay, and as you sort of climb on in, you feel a rubbery tentacle Make
Oh,
contact
no.
with you.
Oh God!
And as you sort of look up, you can see as oh shit, I need to select it.
Yeah,
Why
that's how
you
she
do
feels.
this?
This worm-like creature making its way
Okay,
towards you
I'm
to
step.
the top of this pantry alcove.
Yep.
Oh, it's a fucking Grick!
Let
I
get back out.
I need you all to roll initiative.
Rolling
No!
that initiative.
I
Rolling
hate
that
Greg.
initiative.
But we did so well
That's
on our
more
stealth.
like it.
So I'm just gonna Tosh,
shit.
I'm just gonna move
I'm
you
just
one.
copying you.
Where is it? There it is.
Oh shit! I
Ugh.
fucking hate Gricks.
Okay, everyone apart from Tosca is surprised.
Of course we are.
I felt it.
Surprise, bitch! You've seen the last of me.
And Tosca, you hear this horrible sort of shrill as this worm-like creature opens four sort of tentacles wide, releasing this sort of beak-like mouth as it lunges towards you with its tentacles. 21 to hit.
Yeah.
You take 11 slashing as the tentacles dig deep into you. They pull you forward and it snaps towards you with its beak. However, you manage to just move your head to the side. It snaps really quickly just beside your head. Rush past it, yeah? Your turn.
It's not holding me or anything, right?
No, it's not. You're not grappled or anything.
Okay, then
It's okay,
I'll.
just get away, get away.
I guess I could do that, but yeah, I'm gonna do that. Gonna disengage.
Okay, cool.
Go back there. Can I still get my sword out and actively rip open my wrist again?
Yeah, that's bonus
That's a
action.
bonus action? Yeah, okay. And then I'll get into a position. Bleeding like a maniac. But yeah.
Okay. Surprise. Derail.
What the
You see this
fuck?
creature hanging from the ceiling overhead of you. A sort of worm-like creature, rubbery-looking tentacles extending from its mouth.
Delicious. I'm gonna take one look at Tosca, see the gash that's like opened on her chest or whatever. I'm gonna move past her, and from here I'm gonna take a stab at it because my blade has
Nice.
reach.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Here we go. Let's get it. Come on, baby. 25 to
Yes.
hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Set that sucker on
Oh,
fire.
13.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, cool. You sort of slash down with your blade. Sort of pussy liquid just sprays against the wall behind it as it sort of reaches, it reels back and sort of calls back into the alcove away from you. Wait.
Damn it.
Where now a horrible sort of screech.
Oh, it's so creepy. I don't like it. And Tosca's looking pretty bad. Yeah, I'm gonna stand in front of Tosca for now because she's looking a little worse. And I hope the Grick is gonna come towards me.
Okay, you can see as the Grick starts to sliver across the, drops itself onto the table
Ooh.
and aims its tentacles towards Tosca again.
Yep.
No, you little shit.
And you feel as the sharp bits of the tentacles just dig into your neck, slashing across. And it's sort of the suckers start to suck the sort of blood from your neck as you take 11 damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh,
shit.
shit, this thing hits hard.
Oh damn.
And with that, it lunges towards you with its beak,
No.
causing you one death failure.
Oh no!
Mean Alex, why?
It's just doing what the Grick would do.
I hit too boldly.
And now I need you to make a death saving throw.
No!
Well, I mean, technically I could go first
Your
and
form
bring her up
of-
anyway.
Oh
But
shit, she's fine, she's fine, she's fine.
Oh, thank
Limit
Yep.
against the wooden. Oh, actually, yes, it is up to you because you actually share initiative, so it's up to you.
yeah, it doesn't really matter because. Oh no, it would matter because if I bring her up, she'd get her actual action.
She would.
That's
So
true.
Mhm.
I'm going to go first. And the first thing that you're
Smart.
going to see is, uh, again, that same little familiar flame that hasn't done much of anything except to a giant metal knight thing. But the first thing that I'm going to do is cast Sacred Flame on. Really? On the Grick.
Okay, yeah, it's sort of writhing around on this whole sucking noise as your sort of sacred flame just ignites a certain table, just burning into the wood slightly.
And
This is the
then,
target.
as a bonus action, I will use 2 charges of Healing Light. So 1 for 6, and another for 6.
Nice.
That's good.
What does that look like?
So finally, just feeling a little bit more of my connection again with my patron, not quite being there, but it just looks like a little handful of feathers has come out and swirled around Tosca a bit. Silvery feathers.
Okay, very nice.
But
You are prone, Tosca.
Yep.
However, you do feel sort of rejuvenated by the spell of Zechariah. The Grick just releasing you as it sees you sort of come back to consciousness. Its suckers stained with your blood.
Yeah, that's not cool.
This little bitch.
I'm gonna get up and
Yep.
running didn't help, so I'm gonna slash at it.
Cool.
Come on.
mm,
Fucking hell.
That is a miss, I'm afraid. It's sort of
Yeah.
right back.
body to one side, and you slice
Oh,
into the
wait,
table.
I
You're
got
not
inspiration.
getting stuck.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, you want to give her inspiration?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do. You see as the
Yeah.
Grick tries to sort of slide out of the way, Harkers grabs its tail, yonks it slightly, slashes it. Roll your damage for me.
oh,
Nice.
Okay, yeah,
nice,
cool.
nice,
You see as you just slice off three scales, slicing down this section of its body, just slaps to the ground by your feet, Harkers.
Ugh.
Still writhing around though.
Come on, guys, kill it.
Harkers, that brings us to you.
I move here, get closer to it. I'm like, okay, guys, my armor will save us all. As I put my glass hand on my chest, and there's a small glow as you start to hear like a mechanism start to tick, and it sounds like a roulette table. And I'll do this. I'll try set up a macro or something to make this easier, but for now I'll roll a d10. Okay, that's an 8.
Okay.
So an 8 is magic missile.
Hey,
No,
nice.
fucking
And I
dope.
have that spell, so I can just cast it anyway, so that's good. Okay. So let me just cast it as normal. Where's my character sheet? There it is. Magic missile. Oh, damn, stupid imp.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like in this little gaping mouth or whatever, just like full of magic missile as it head blows up.
Nice.
This green liquid just splatters across this dusty room, moving the sort of splashing into the littered bones all on the floor. As the great body starts moving on the table.
Oh, thank God it worked. Oh, thank God. Oh, I didn't know that was going to happen.
Well, you did really good.
That's pretty cool.
I mean,
must
yes,
admit.
of course I did great.
I mean, could I use that
Dance.
armor the same way?
Nope, it's my armor.
Well, I mean, could you make me one? That's what I'm.
I don't think
Is it marketable?
might-
You know, is it something?
You know,
that
I
we
think one day I would very much like to put it in production, maybe offer it to many for a good price, but today, no. No. It's a prototype, it's a
can...
prototype.
Right, sure, yeah. It requires further experiment. I understand.
Of course, yeah, an innovation.
Oh, sure. Tosca, dear, are you all right?
I think so. It stings a little, but
I still have my healing potion.
thank you for getting me back up.
Well, you know, Where would we be if we didn't have our fearless leaders? Our brilliantly powerful Tosca and Zirael. Ain't that right, Harkus?
Yeah.
Let's see there. There you go.
Zerail's gonna put her hand on Tuska's shoulder and just say to her, maybe don't go walking into any alcoves anytime soon. And she's gonna use 5 points of lay on hands and give her 5 HP.
Thank you. That feels nice.
It actually feels deathly cold.
Oh.
That feels
Okay.
nice.
A little bit airy.
Jeez. Wow, you're into some strange stuff there, Tosca.
Well.
Yeah, it will feel uncomfortable, but it's like, you know, like when you feel like really, really hot and you drink like ice cold water. I kind of imagine that it feels like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to throw up?
Yeah, pretty much. No,
but there's no way that was the monster tormenting this entire house, is it?
No, I don't. I think you're right. This one, it.
Yeah, the chanting's still echoing right in this basement.
Well, then, now that you're feeling
Guess we
back
keep
in
going
tip-top
on.
shape, perhaps you should guide our way.
Sure, let's continue.
We're going south.
And as you reach that intersection,
Oh,
the ghostly chanting heard throughout the dungeon appears to be noticeably louder from this direction. However, what you are drawn to is the ground in front of you, as it appears to be being ripped up from underneath. And 4 figures burst out of the ground. This horrible, grey-skinned, long, elongated claws with ice blue eyes started to make their way from the ground and up. You see blood stains, that sort of sharp teeth, as I need you all to roll wisdom.
God freaking dang it!
Everyone back out! Back out!
Literally.
20! I'm gonna kill them.
Go.
8.
Where am I?
You'll kill
17.
them with, wow, y'all's dex is terrible.
Yes.
It's alright, guys, I got a 1.
Yes!
Oh, thank
God.
Tossing, you can see ahead of you as 2 of these horrible sort of grey-fleshed, coloured ghouls just lunge out of the ground in front of you.
Okay. I want to slit my wrist.
Yeah, okay, you can definitely do that.
Don't do it!
It's not
We
worth
have
it.
so much to live for!
And then I want to attack this one.
Yeah, cool. Second one to the side of you.
I feel
Come
like
on.
we fought these
13.
before.
Yes, that hits.
Oh, nice!
10 slashing.
Nice.
And a d4. And 2 lightning.
Okay, yeah, cool. You sort of just slash, slashing of your longsword, cutting through its sort of flesh. Lightning just shocking, burning the flesh inside. It falls against the wall slightly, but it's still up. Try to do anything else?
Well, no, I don't. I don't think I have a bonus action. I don't. I used my bonus action anyway, so I can't think.
Run away.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would take 2 opportunities.
Yeah, probably a bad idea.
No.
Brings us to you, Zero.
It does, doesn't it? Oh my. Well, I don't do much good. But okay. I know what I want to do. I think. Oh God, I froze it. Okay. I'm gonna cast. I don't know if this is gonna help. It probably
Ooh.
won't. But never mind. I'm gonna cast Fallen Fury on
Yeah,
my
yeah,
glaive,
Mm-hmm.
and you see it start to emit a sort of crackling black energy. It's not quite, it's still radiant, but like it's it's like crackling and stuff. And
That lasts a minute. That's concentration, or
it is concentration, yes.
1 minute? Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
And I would like to attack this one to the side of Tosca, if I can.
Yeah, the same when she attacked. Yeah, cool. Go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, did she attack that one?
She did.
Yeah.
Actually, yes. No, I will. I will attack that
You
one.
can kill it. That's good.
I'm gonna try.
Nope.
I'm gonna miss completely and slice your face off. Apparently.
I just sort of bring your glaive up. You see as you smash it in wooden timber beside you, just falling off from the ceiling above upon yours and Tosca's faces.
Oh god, this place is too damn long to be swinging this thing around.
Zechariah, you can see commotion coming from the sort of corridor ahead of you. Dirt falling upon your sister just ahead.
I can see about half of that one there. So I will do the only thing that I can do when I have a million people in front of me. And
Yay!
that
Right
same
there.
pathetic little dinky flame will appear, and I will cast Sacred Flame.
Okay, yeah, cool. Tosca, you see as this flashes just rolls in your head, and then again it's whoosh, engulfed in this sort of silvery flame. It takes the full brunt of your attack.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Get
And,
whacked.
I will step to the side in the hopes that maybe somebody might I'll back up behind the brick here and hope that maybe, something will come this way. I don't know.
Cool, great.
Okay, Cog, that brings us to you.
Yeah.
You see yourself into this sort of corridor's nice and comfortable for you. You've got plenty of room. You hear the
Yeah.
commotion of battle coming from the.
I pull back up into the room and stand on the table. I'm standing on the brick, but I'm standing on the table.
Stamp onto the
Ride
brick's
it!
head.
Ride that brick!
It's like, I can see this one pretty clearly, but are these corners like obstructing me at all?
You can get a shot for that. He's probably got half cover.
Okay. Yeah. No, Cog's committed. He wants to test out his new toy a lot.
Oh no.
So he's gonna. He wants to test it out. Like, oh nope! Sorry, I clicked that twice there. So the free
The free.
and
Yep.
free is color spray.
Ooh.
Okay.
Get them.
I think I need to be closer to cast it though, don't I?
What's the? I don't think you need to be closer. I think.
Do I not? Let me just.
Or maybe you do. Actually, yeah, that sounds like it's just going to burst from you.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
That's not going to go down well.
Oh no.
Color
Camellia.
Yep, 15-foot cone from you.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
Well, it's forward, so it's okay. No.
Yep,
it's,
that's going to get
it's gonna get a couple of those.
skirt and the rail.
I think I'm doing this wrong. Sorry. Expend a spell slot and roll twice. So I rolled. Yeah. Shit. What am I doing? I'm so.
Yeah, and then you pick which one you want to
Oh,
use.
shit, no, sorry.
Either way, it
I was
sucks because it's
reading-
burning hands or color spray.
Or no, shit. What was I doing? I think okay, it would be burning hands or color spray. I was thinking that I could do a cantrip instead and cast firebolt, which is
Yeah.
better range. But I think I didn't say cantrip.
Right.
Sorry,
Um,
I'm confused.
So the question is, can you redirect where it's going to go?
I don't know.
Or do you have to state beforehand?
I'm not sure. It just kind of says I cast it as part of the action.
Yeah, I would imagine you have to state what you're
So
casting
logically,
at
you're going to cast it
before.
ahead of you, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, roll 60 d10, is it? For
Oh
colours?
god.
But really, is that
Holy crap!
that seems powerful? Is that really that?
Yep, 6 d10.
Oh god.
Are you serious right
I'm
now?
gonna be dead.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
pretty damn good roll.
Yeah, for us, yeah.
Okay.
Am I taking that? I'm down if I'm taking that.
No.
Oh no.
Do we get
No,
a
no,
save?
you don't take damage.
You don't take
You are
damage.
blinded.
I'm blinded.
For 17 hit points of people. But does anybody have...
Tosca's got 16, so
Oh.
it doesn't.
Woo!
It doesn't go past this wall to hit. There's other spaces, so
Oh, sorry. There's always some hiccups with new, technologies.
What is
Sorry.
happening?
I'm sorry.
Tusk, you sort of turn around to look at your allies. You just get a flash of sort of color just plonking into your eyes. Become blinded.
Damn it.
Don't you know anything else, Arcus?
No.
Okay. Let me just check the blinded condition.
Oh no.
Arcus is
Yeah,
committed
they
to
have
his armor.
advantage on attacks against her, I think.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, they don't. Don't
Yes,
say
they
that.
do.
Oh shit.
Oh God.
Yeah, you automatically fail
He's
ability checks that
one of
require
the ones at
sight,
the back.
and
He can't even reach me. He's like the one at the bottom.
attacks
I need you
have
to make a
advantage.
Constitution saving throw, Tosca, as the ghoul that you attack just slashes it.
Oh no!
Mm.
But you're an elf.
Yeah.
Half elf.
Full
Half
elf.
elf. I can't be charmed if that is what they're trying to do.
No, but they might.
Does anyone else have
Is
an
it that thing
inspiration
where
to
you
give
die?
Tosca?
I need to just double check.
Oh no!
Am I dead?
I
Oh,
don't
no!
want this to happen.
Oh,
I don't want
God.
my armor to kill anyone.
It might be too late for that, Brandon.
No.
I don't have inspiration. I can't.
Someone have inspiration?
I do, but how am I inspiring her from back here?
Yeah.
Don't go blind!
What am I doing that helps her from back here?
Anything. Do it.
Follow my voice.
Blow your trumpet!
Okay. You feel as its claws dig deep into you, your body becoming rigid. You take 8 slashing damage,
Okay. Okay.
and Ziriel, you see as she falls unconscious to the paralyzed.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, motherfuck.
Um,
Well, shit.
at which point, it can be paralyzed.
Oh, I don't know.
Paralyzed is bad too. She's blind and paralyzed.
Blinded and.
As you fall to the ground, this other ghoul grabs hold of your leg and starts dragging you away.
Can I use a reaction to try and stop it?
Shh. You can use your okay, yeah, I guess. You could attack it with your glaive, but you don't have the reach to stop it.
It is my turn to. Like try
You're
to.
paralyzed.
Oh yeah.
You're
Sorry.
stuck.
So you can use your reaction to attack it. If you...
Yes, I will try and attack it and be like, no!
No!
19
Yeah, that hits.
with Fallen Fury for 4 radiant, and
Cool.
so 18.
Nice.
slashing damage. 18.
You just sort of slash into its face. You see as your glaive just whacks into this ghoul's neck, almost beheading him. Its head slightly falling off. You can drag.
Let it go!
He's got 1 hit point left.
Motherfucker!
As he's dragging you away, this other ghoul at the bottom of this corridor lunges towards you with his teeth, and you don't really, you can't really feel it through your power. Digs deep into your mouth, which takes 6 piercing.
Yeah.
Is that after the resistance? She's petrified.
She's paralyzed.
Oh, paralyzed. Sorry.
Zero, you see as another ghoul runs through in front of you, lunges towards you with his claws. However, you feel as it just horrible scratch down your arm. Okay, Tosca.
Oh,
I can't do anything.
Nope.
I don't think so. I don't
does she
know.
get a save at the end of her turn?
That's a good question.
I think she does.
Yes, she does. Yeah.
Well,
It's
on the color
Constitution,
spray,
right?
does that
Yeah,
like go
con save.
away?
Yeah, I'm just gonna have a look at.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Is it Constitution?
Yeah, Constitution to resist the paralyzation of it.
No!
You feel just rigor mortis just sort of setting in slightly. Unable to move, panic. You can just see these two ghouls hovering above you. Actually, no, you can't see it all because you're blinded.
Nope. Horriflex, period. It's like I don't even know what's happening.
Zerael, that brings us to you.
I'm gonna call off to the side to Harkus and my brother. They've got Tosca! And I'm gonna slash at this one in front of me.
Cool. Slash away.
25 to hit.
Ooh, that is a
that
stinger.
hits.
So that's 8, 10 damage altogether.
Okay, what does your falling fury look like when it makes con?
So as it hits the skin, you just hear this searing, like sizzling. So it's like it is radiant damage, but it's like Vanta black, and
It's
it
like
just hits the skin.
soldering.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like a soldering iron.
You see as this sort of grey skin starts to bubble up and burn away as you slash across the chest, opening this across it.
And would I be able to get to here without provoking an opportunity attack?
You can't move through space.
No, of course. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll stay where I am.
Okay, Zachariah.
Great.
I've heard your sister yell down that Tosca is in some form of trouble.
Wonderful. Well, I can see that one there.
You can.
It's about all I can see. I guess I will. How much cover does he have? I mean, I can see the whole token, more or less. I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast either way. So I
Yeah,
hold up
cool,
the
that's
hand that has that signet ring on it, and the air starts to move within it. And
That is.
19 to hit,
Nice.
13 damage.
Unless you want to use your insp. Oh no, actually don't use inspiration.
This inspiration just to get...
What does your Eldritch Blast look like again?
It just there's a ball of like swirling air. It looks I don't know.
It's like a silvery tumbleweed.
Okay, that sounds fine. I wasn't gonna go. It's just a solid ball of air, and
Okay,
it distorts. The only reason you can see it is that it distorts the images around it.
Ooh, it's like
As you
Aang and
look through it.
Avatar.
You see, as this
Yeah.
sort of weird sort of ball of air just slams past material, crashing into this ghoul, knocking it back. It slams into the timber, the wooden timber, which breaks through its body out of the gash. Its form goes limp.
I just kind of give the side eye back to my brother, like, what the fuck was that? I ain't never seen you do that before.
Well, you did. You missed the last time when I was trying to hit that broom that you were.
I don't need to
Santa
be
will.
reminded.
Okay, would you like to do anything else?
Well, I'm going to move forward. Oh Lord, this is a bad idea. I'm still staying behind my sister. I ain't no fool. Mama ain't raised no fool.
Mom, there ain't no fool, son.
Oh, I think my delivery says so. Very much.
Okay.
Get
Oh,
it. Hey.
God, you guys!
Hello?
Oh, we're coming to get you,
Nina.
Nina.
I'm
I
coming.
can't lose her yet.
I'll do everything.
I have no idea where it's taking you.
He'll
Oh,
randomly
God.
cast a spell and kill you himself.
Like,
shit.
Alex said something if my friends something was going to happen. Why is it not happening? Like, I'm blinded. I'm nearly dead. How much more danger?
Oh, I feel so bad.
He did say Death House was gonna be Yeah,
Oh.
definitely, didn't he?
Yeah.
Dude, I totally thought I fucking had it with that 18 HP hit.
Yeah.
I'm
Me too.
sorry.
It's on like
One-
one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, because it's going to run down and cast a random cantrip, so hopefully it's one of my offensive. I
Dead.
have like they're all offensive except for light.
Oh man. Oh, they're all offensive
Well,
except
Yeah,
for
and
light.
unless you get something that is like shocking grasp and you need to be touching it.
I plan on moving up as far as I can. But also, I may cast 2 cantrips at once, which is kind of cool.
Ooh. Oh man, your armor sounds fucking wicked, man.
Well, so
It's
far
wicked
it has
and-
blinded
This is true.
Tara.
But also, it blew up a Grick.
Yeah, it
Tara's
did
not
kill the
here,
Greg.
Not Tara. Tosca.
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 Tosca. Tosca.
Tara. Tosca.
Plus, you
Tara,
only have like one
Tosca.
spell slot left, right?
Mhm. That's what I did. Well, I mean, that's what I was
That's the
going to do.
thing I hate the
instead.
most about that thing is that you have to expend a spell slot for something that's going to be completely random.
But I mean, that's only for the first level spells. Although I didn't realize I was supposed to roll twice though and choose which one I prefer. That's something I didn't
Oh.
realize. Expend the spell slot and roll twice in the reckless table. So it could have been
Reckless
either
table.
it could have been burning hands or color spray, and obviously color spray was the only one with range. Maybe I should have just cast burning hands. It wouldn't have hit anyone.
No,
Yeah,
probably one of them.
I mean Tosca wouldn't be blind, but then again, she would be seeing the ghouls that are eating it right now. So
Yeah, but just fighting to not being able to see and
Yeah.
just something gnawing at you.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
It's like one of those night terror sort of things. I'm sorry, Nina. Harkis will make it right.
Willie,
Harkus is committed.
He'll try.
he's gonna walk up there and he's gonna roll.
It's like
2 4s and he's gonna
10,
cast
15,
light.
20.
You've only got like 25 feet of movement, right?
I can get here. This is as far as I can
Which
get.
isn't
like,
enough
one
for
box.
the
I
touch
mean,
spells.
it's not enough for burning. Not enough for those.
Okay.
But then also, I don't want to have anything that might hurt Tosca.
You
Right.
got your delivery?
Yes, and we're going to take this to the top of the initiative and then end. So,
No!
Marcus and Mick got the ball.
No! Come
So,
on!
Marcus, you got to make this count.
Harkis is going to run up as far as he can. Oh god, I didn't see that other one right there.
Yeah, they're in the way.
They're everywhere, dude.
And Tosca's down at the bottom one.
She is.
Fuck it. I'm running past it.
Oh god.
Or am I still? Am I still within its attack range? I'm not.
There, you are.
Is it going to make? It can it make an opportunity attack? I've not left its
You're
attack
still
range
in there.
technically.
One more space it can.
Well, I can't go any further. So,
But if you do make a ranged attack, it's going to be at disadvantage
It is.
Is it?
Because you've got
because
to
you
then
have
move in
melee
5 feet of you.
contact.
okay, well, shit. Change a port. No, I can't waste that spell slot. I'm going to cast a random cantrip then, or yeah.
I don't
let's
know
just
which
do
one
it.
even has her.
5 poison spray.
Oh,
Okay.
that'll
That-
do, alright.
That'll hit it.
Yeah, cool. You can roll.
What do I have to roll for that?
Oh no.
Oh.
Actually, I might have that. Do I have that one on my thing? Actually, let me just double check.
You might have that in your cantrips. You've
I
got-
remember I added a bunch. Yeah, here it is.
Okay, yeah, cool. Does that just hit automatically?
They have to make a con save.
Okay, cool, yeah. Okay. What is it? Is this sort of poison spray just comes out of the sort of middle of your armor? Is that it?
Yeah,
It's got
just
this-
be like my hands over my chest. It's making the roulette noise, and just poison spray comes out.
You see as it does, it just scatters over the
Oh.
and appears to do nothing.
Oh, fuck off! No,
Oh, fuck off!
no.
Okay.
Damn it.
Just round to the ghouls.
No!
You see as this one steps out. Yes. Turns towards you, Harkus.
Oh no.
Come on.
It goes to sort of claw along your back, but it gets caught upon the sort of strappings of your armor. You hear this horrible sort of noise close to your ear, this horrible stench just coming from its breath over your shoulder. Tosca, you feel a presence go over you.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And the sound of a body dropping to the floor. And Hikus, you see the ghoul just down from you launch itself across.
Oh.
And it then grabs hold of you, Tosca, and starts to move you away.
Mhm.
Son of a bitch!
No.
That's our end.
No!